On my way out the door in Gurkhas. 15-year Gurkhas.
Did you see that Astro van on hydraulics down in Missouri?
I did.
Yeah.
I know there's a Monte Carlo that's worth more than what you can get it for, too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I was trying to figure out what you got. I thought it was a Cuddy at first.
I wish I had waited.
Oh, really?
Because he would have sold it. He'd sell that thing for $2,000. He told me yesterday. I'm hurting for money, dude. It's just gotta go. I went, fuck.
What's wrong?
Quarters are rusted out of it. The back quarters are rusted
Right.
out of it. So there's rust work to do. Nobody wants to do fucking rust work.
Right.
So nobody. You can't do it, or you just don't fucking want to do it. So he goes, I'm hurting for money. It's just gotta go. It's just gotta go. And so he goes, I'm gonna lower the price to $3,000. If you want to make me an offer, which means you can get it for $2,000.
Mm-hmm.
It's well worth fucking $2,000.
What's all done to it? Is it just a star G body? Or?
Yeah, basically.
Right.
It basically did put a 350 in it. That's all they did to it.
Right.
They probably had the same stupid fucking V6 that's in that thing.
Oh.
So
What's wrong? That V6 is a good V6, though.
them 231s are trash. They're junk. They're just junk motors.
I didn't think it was that big. I mean, as long as you're fucking just driving it.
They're just junk motors. That one out there, that one has bad motor mounts.
Oh, that's cool.
That's the only thing wrong with it. The motor mounts are bad.
Feels hella torquey then, huh?
Right. It jumps right up now.
Right.
Motor mounts are fucking bad. That's all that's wrong with that car. Motor mounts are bad, and I think it's a muffler hang. He says the muffler's bad, but it's not loud. But it fucking, you can hear it go tunk, 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 tunk every once in a while. I think the muffler hanger's loose.
Yeah, you got a mount that came off.
I think the muffler hanger's loose.
Is it done
But-
blinking? I think it's been unblinking.
I don't know. But I've got a 700R4
Yeah.
because it's a BOP training.
Right.
So it's like,
That housing that's floating around. I think.
well, that housing's dual.
Right.
That
So it
housing's
can be either.
got both.
Right.
Chevy and BOP.
Right.
But it's got the BOP bolt marks on the transmission. So in order to stab a 350 in it, I have to change transmission. But I've got a 700R4. I've got 3 700R4s. I keep them. And that's why I keep them. And Ronnie's got a 350 that he doesn't need. He just put it back in the truck to get it out of his way. I was like, dude, give me that 350. It runs.
Right.
So I'm just going to, I'm not, you have to take the engine out and change motor mounts anyway.
Right.
So why does it make sense to put that junk 231 back in? It
Same
doesn't.
mounts, right? Or do you have to move them out?
You have to, I don't think you have to move them. I think there's probably the bolt pattern there for them.
Okay.
I think.
What's the, I might as well start this bad boy.
Yeah, do that again. Yeah.
I'm good.
I got the right ones.
Welcome to episode 98 of Unrolled. And as you can see, it's just the two of us. Uh-oh. Would you get a Butthole cigar?
Tastes gross.
Welcome to Butthole Cigars Unrolled. Tastes gross. Goni's only been retired for like a little bit. His cigars already suck, huh? My name is Mike, and not being able to light a cigar is Chuck. There we go. And I think the camera's ready. I think we're ready. So we are down to Drew. I got the big ladder. I'm cool. We are down to Drew for the day. He had his big BJJ tournament. So I thought I'd go straight 18 plus right off the bat. So
Straight 18 plus.
So he did really well. Congrats to him. I was hoping he'd be in today to talk about it and all that cool stuff. And then you got yourself a sweet new Cadillac.
Pontiac Grand Prix.
Oh, it's a Pontiac.
It's a Pontiac.
Oh, I thought it was a Cadillac.
It's a Pontiac.
Oh,
No,
Yeah.
no, but
I mean, if we're gonna go 18 plus, we might as well start off getting canceled right away.
right.
Yeah. If you know, you know. That's such an old school saying that it will die because there is no Pontiac anymore.
Right.
And that's no.
No, they're making Pontiacs again. No, it's Buick that came back.
Yeah, Buick's
Buick.
yeah. The old hood Cadillac.
I know when there's a 79, that's a good deal too.
Yeah.
But he wouldn't come down to my price.
Did you get the Odyssey gone?
It's gone.
The Mexican got it?
Yeah, he bought it.
Trailered it?
Nope. He drove it.
Ooh.
I told him.
Ooh.
I told him.
What the fuck?
Him and his whole family came.
No.
And then
They all piled in?
And then his half of the family got in it to go home. And I told him, I said, I translated it on my phone and let my phone tell him, actually.
It was that rich, huh? Like, it was that deep?
Know,
like,
buddy, I don't know. So, dude, I sat an hour and a half with him waiting for, trying to get Cash App to work.
He didn't have Cash App? Oh, is that why you asked what mine was?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He couldn't get it to work.
Okay.
So eventually he goes, well, I can't get Cash App to work. He goes, what can we do, right? They're trying to figure out what to do. And I'm like, Saturday to come home. So I was like, well, I'll go up, I'll grab the square dongle, and we'll run it that way. So that's what I did.
3.9.
So, right. $7.
Oh, really?
Yeah, $7.
So do you mind saying what you sold it for? You don't have to.
I got 5, but I immediately had to spend money, so to get caught up on some shit. So
Yeah.
I got 45.
Yeah.
Basically.
Wow, fuck. So it only cost $7 for 5?
Mm-hmm.
Damn, this seems cheap. That's not right.
1,500.
Oh, that.
1,500,
Oh, just
yeah.
a portion of it was on.
Yeah,
Oh, I thought all 5,000. I was like,
Yeah.
ooh, fuck your taxes, bro.
Yeah.
So, fuck her taxes.
But
So you're.
no, they drove it. They fucking drove it.
I can't. So I mean, we should have seen it like a couple blocks away, right? Like what?
No, he made it home.
To where?
Wildwood, Missouri, or Maplewood, Missouri.
No,
Yeah.
it made it home.
Yeah.
The fuck?
Yeah.
It barely made it up the trailer.
I was a little salty about it.
I barely made it up the trailer.
I was a little salty about it.
Smell the gears burning.
I drove it. That same day. I drove it. I put transmission fluid in and I drove it around. It shifted fucking awesome. I was a little salty about it.
What the fuck? That can't last.
No, it's not going to. It's going to go out any minute. Any minute.
There's no way it lasted the next day. Once that tranny fluid got hot, it fucking thinned out, bro. There's no fucking way.
No, it's done any minute. Any minute. But I told him.
Yeah.
I told him several times. Transmission, no bueno.
Right.
Several times I told him.
Now, did he think you were talking about like Bruce Jenner, or do you think you did?
So one of them kind of spoke.
Right.
That's why the other people came, because the one brother kind of spoke English.
Right.
We could have worked it out without the translator, me and him.
Right.
But the other dude, none.
And he was the buyer.
Yeah, and he kept asking the same question.
Which was?
The same question about the engine.
The engine was fucking great.
Yeah, the engine was awesome.
Yeah.
He kept asking the same question about the engine.
Yeah, no, everything that was said that was done a year ago was actually done now.
Right. So,
came from the Mexicans, went back to the Mexicans. Good for you for keeping it, in the proper fucking demographic.
Right. So,
we'll see it for sale in 6 fucking weeks.
I got to thinking about it, and I really didn't lose that much on it. I mean, I did, but I really didn't. So,
but I mean,
what with insurance,
it was a loss sitting there.
Yeah, it was done sitting there.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to change that transmission.
No, and nobody was.
I'd rather stab a 350 and hit 700R in that Pontiac.
Right. Sure. Oh, fuck. That's
easy. I'll have that done in 2 days.
Yeah, you'll do that fucking blindfolded.
Right.
So, we got to get all that shit. I'm going to grab a couple of those plastic stairs. I know a couple won't make a dent, but I'm going to grab a couple of them out and deliver them down to off the beaten path to let those guys I'm just going to give them away. Take some to your dad, too. Like, take 1 or 2 to your dad because he can step off on shit.
I was going to keep one here.
Well, yeah. tall vehicles for detail and shit.
Right, I just hadn't taken it out yet.
Yeah, so I'm gonna get into it today.
What I was actually going to do is I was going to just, that way I can just leave it outside. Because I can't leave that outside. Somebody will take that.
What?
The bench I normally use.
Oh,
But that yellow thing, if I leave it outside and somebody takes it,
well, we got 7,000 more.
somebody fucking took it.
Somebody needed it. It's cool.
Yeah, but that let me tell you, I was looking.
So yeah,
I was looking hard. I was looking hard.
Tell everybody what you picked up. So it's a Grand Prix.
It's a 1981 Pontiac Grand Prix.
So has that got the smooth? I didn't even look at the headlights. Is the headlights a one piece?
No, that's one piece headlights. I don't think
84?
Grand Prix ever got one piece.
Oh, okay.
Headlights.
Cuddy's did, but it was like later years.
Cutlass and Monte Carlos did. I hate those front ends anyway. I wouldn't have bought one anyway.
I just like those
hate those
headlights.
front
I like the headlights better than the fucking dual squares.
The Monte Carlos look so terrible with those front ends. They look way better
I
with
think the
that classic
Cuddies
front end.
look fucking good with
The
it.
classics, the Cutlasses look good with it. They did a good job on that one because the nose was more pointed.
Yep. It matched the
wasn't-
headlights.
Right,
Yep.
right.
So you got an 81 Grand Prix,
81 Grand Prix.
Cadillac Grand Prix.
Yeah.
And then
Completely rust free. Did you look inside of it?
I didn't really.
So I pulled the carpet out to see if I can get that black shit out of it.
Right.
I can't. But I pulled the carpet out to see if I can get that black shit out of it. And the underneath where the carpet was, just now on the driver's side, is just now starting to rust. Just now.
You should be able to see through it by now.
So it's brown.
Right.
That's it. That's the only rust I found on the car. There is no rust anywhere
Trunk
on
too.
that car.
Trunk's clean.
Perfect everywhere.
No shit.
Perfect.
Nice. So good starter.
No rust in the rear frame rails, which is unheard of.
Right.
Absolutely unheard of. So I'm on the fence because I think I can double. I think I can more than double.
What would you have to do to double?
Put the carpet, the seats back in it. Maybe put some wheels on it to make it look more attractive to those people.
Right.
And which I've got. I'm supposed to go pick up the wheels today.
You going up Josh's?
Yeah, Josh already has wheels. They're pots and pans, but
Yeah.
pots and pans are coming back. So
Well, it'll look better than fucking old ass Camaro wheels.
right.
You probably get $200 for those old Camaro wheels. You don't think so? Are you trading them into Josh?
I just let Josh take them.
Yeah. Is he back from vacation?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I was giving him shit.
Yeah.
It's like she posted that picture of you on the beach, and I was like, "That's not the tire shop." How the fuck did she get him to go there?
Right. Yeah. No, I've been seeing him out at dinner sometimes, so it's good to see him out, not working
Because he's
dick
always
off.
at that tire shop,
Right. Both of them always working.
running circles around the whole goddamn lot.
Dude, that's why he's so skinny, bro. He's
can't
probably,
catch him.
I bet he's got 20,000 steps a day easy.
Fuck.
Easy.
I bet he's got more than that.
Fuck. I bet he's easy 10 miles a day just on that one, just around the building. And fast, too.
He's the one that needs the one wheel.
Yeah, for real. he does. Yeah, I ordered the cheapest tire from Float Life, like the Burris fucking smoothie, because I liked how mine went.
That means I got to change it again.
Please.
That kind of sucks.
I brought it up
It's
here.
not that bad. It's not that bad.
I was going to leave it. Fucking fuck my streak up.
The worst part is playing Guess Which Allen Wrench,
Oh, yeah?
which I had all figured out. Now I don't know more because I put them back in the drawer.
Oh. Yeah, man, you said that tire wasn't going to last. I just thought I could get through. Fucking,
Right.
Yeah, no. It just went, I didn't even air it up. I was just like.
A month. You thought you'd get through a month.
Yeah.
Because in a month you're not riding it no more anyway.
So I went to ride it over to the yoga studio, do some work, and go get a C4 and shit. And bro, I turned it on. I was pretty excited just to get out and just ride because it'd been a day or two, And then I go to take off, and it was like kicking me around. And I was like, "What the fuck?" And I looked down, it's got the big dent in it, from not having any air. And I was like, "Okay, cool." So I just put it in and started walking. You gotta use. I
It didn't have no
slime in it.
Yeah. So you can probably put some slime. You probably could have just went and bought some slime.
Well, I figured, for $109, just get it right now, and then I'll have a tire for all next year, all the good days, through the winter and shit like that. So, I almost bought treaded just to try to ride in the snow a little bit, and then I was like, if I go slow enough, I can ride with that smoothie.
Maybe.
So, yeah, we'll find out. So, I mean,
Maybe.
accident's coming, so. I know it is.
I took mine to the gym and back yesterday, and I think I'm riding pushback.
You riding with that? Are you riding up?
It's tilted up. I noticed it yesterday.
So, do you remember when we were talking? Like, you thought your board was fucked up because it was riding nose high.
Yeah.
Do you think that was just riding pushback?
I don't know because it was at any speed.
Oh, really?
At any speed, it was doing it. So.
But and it didn't change that, like elevated or anything like that. Huh.
I think I'm going to change to delirium though.
I like delirium a lot.
I think I'm going to change to delirium before I can't change anymore at all.
Are they going to get rid of that?
What?
Like, where our custom settings, or not custom settings, but
no. But once they force the update, you won't be able to open the app no more.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Huh.
You won't be able to open the app without updating.
Do you see that? Have you seen that sensor for the one wheels? It's not called float, but it's something like Ride DIY, and you fucking put this sensor, and it's almost like a surf tag, and you just tie it to your shoe, and it's like a magnet that clicks on that sensor, and I saw it on Facebook. Watch, I'll never find it again.
Right.
But let me try the Googles.
So what's the point in it though?
So that way the sensor pads are now pointless, and then it's activated.
They're magnetic.
It's one magnetic sensor. Hold on, I'll go to it.
Okay.
Ride DIY.
I don't understand. I don't understand why they changed the sensor. Mine's busted and I don't have a problem with it.
All right, 17-second video here on the YouTube. Thanks, YouTube. I'm sure.
Sure, you gotta watch the commercial
Nope.
first.
Foot placement can be anywhere on the front,
Nice.
and it's $89.
That ain't too bad.
Fuck no. Yeah, I saw a
It's
video
cheaper
on
than a new foot pad.
Yeah, that's what they're going for, and it's probably going to be better because you don't have a 2-sensor thing, and then to turn it off, you just pop that sensor off.
It's going to be better because you're not giving FM money.
Right,
That's why
and
it's going to be better.
they showed the guy riding fucking on the side rails because the foot sensor, because that tag's plugged in.
Right.
He was like riding like a EUC almost on the two metal rails, and I was like, I mean, you don't even have to have your foot on the front, period. So no false stops whenever you're slowing down.
As
or
long
whatever.
as it comes with you.
Yeah, it's got to come off,
As long as it comes off with you.
But I mean, for $89, and then you disconnect, and it showed the install process. It didn't look terrible. Like take front foot pad apart, and then supposedly it works with all of them, but they were doing it on the XRs.
Whereas I don't want that. I don't want that update. I'm not going to. Because I think he's going to break a percentage of boards. I really do. I really believe they're going to.
It seems like that happened already.
Well, they
with
did.
the GTs.
But they patched them.
Yeah, but still.
So they put a patch out, right? And so maybe it's the conspiracy theorist in me, but I think it was a trial run to see
if they could brick boards.
If they could brick boards that easy.
Mm-hmm. And they did.
And since they were GTs, they patched them over.
Right.
Because they're brand new boards.
Right.
But XRs, those guys aren't buying boards. They're not buying GTs.
No. I want to go Vex once I hit that 1,000 miles. So I just, that way I have basically, I cancel out future motion, So
Yeah, those people aren't buying GTs. They're not. They're VESCing, and it's pissing them off. And so they got to find a way to break them. To break them.
Yeah. Yeah, they're fucking horse shit.
Like I said, maybe it's the conspiracy theorist to me, but I don't think a lot of XRs are going to survive.
Well, I mean, look, they just completely, when they came out with the GT, they
they
quit
dropped them
support.
completely.
Yeah,
Yep.
quit support, quit everything.
Yep.
So, thanks for giving us your $1,500 new.
Right.
And go fuck yourself.
Right, because they were still being sold.
Yeah. Yeah, no. What a shit company that made such a cool product.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Fucking terrible. Fuck Kyle. Whatever the fuck his last name is.
Oh, yeah? I don't.
Whatever his last name is.
I don't know who owns Future Motion.
Kyle Hansen or some shit, I think's his name.
Chris Hansen.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Fair.
Why don't you have a seat over there?
Yeah. Hey, Mike. Why don't you have a seat right here? What were your intentions today? I just wanted a one wheel.
Right.
Not today. Did you buy our newest? GT?
Right. Not today.
Did you give us our thousands of fucking dollars every fucking 3 years? You fuck.
And then the people on there, oh, mine didn't do it. What the fuck does that mean? Yours didn't do it.
Right.
So what? Yours didn't do it.
Right.
Somebody sent me a message and they go, "You're my hero, dude." I go, "What?" And they go, because I'm just trolling. I just fuck. I mean, this is the way I feel about it. But,
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm just fucking having fun. And I wasn't even trying to piss nobody off. I was just making jokes and having a good time. And he goes, "You're just on top of him, dude." And I go, "Yeah, it's just too bad, you know, even if he did read these things from all these people,
Right.
mine are just funny."
Right.
You know what I mean? Everybody's bitching. Mine are just funny. Even if he did read these things from all these people, it's just too bad he wouldn't fucking do anything to change it.
No, not a thing.
So, and then somebody got mad because I said that that this update's basically an admission of guilt.
Right. No, for sure.
It is.
Yeah.
So any lawyer now, anybody who's ever fallen off their one wheel now can sue them.
Yeah.
All the way up to this point, can sue them because they just admitted
That their shit sucks.
that they put
It's
out
dangerous.
that they
Right.
put it out and they knew it was dangerous. And so they fixed it. They just admitted it. So, I don't know. I'd like to see everybody sue them.
Yeah. Well, has there ever been a class action against them? No. Surprised there hasn't been.
I'd like to see them bankrupted because if they're bankrupted, they either A, have to sell
Right.
their patents, or B, they won't have the money to defend them anymore.
Right. And then
So-
they'll lose them.
And then everybody, and then innovation can come
Right.
because they're not really innovating. What's GT's VESC?
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
VESC is the ones innovating.
Right.
So
Yeah, they'll get my money when it's time.
yeah. Now, you're gonna send it someplace and have it done,
Oh, I don't know. I haven't done really any research on it.
or you're gonna buy the parts and try to do it yourself.
I might try to do it myself. There's that guy in
So-
St. Louis that is doing them too.
That's a laptop, and that's
Oh,
that's a
really?
lot of shit to figure
It's
out.
like fucking.
Yeah.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah,
So I might take it to the guy in
it's
St.
kind
Louis.
of it's kind of programming, is what it is.
Oh, really?
Kind of.
I don't have patience for
I mean,
that.
it's more straightforward, but
Right.
it's kind of.
Well, and mine's, dude, I don't even have 1,000 miles on mine. So,
Right.
you know, it doesn't need it.
Right.
So, and if the app doesn't open, I can still ride it. I know how many days I get out of a charge. So,
Right.
I mean, that's the only thing I use the app for is, you know, trying to push speed limit. And then fucking, if I didn't have that, then I probably won't try to push speed limit.
Right.
But yeah, no, it's, you know, it's, all I do is ride around on the streets, you know. So it's like, I don't need
Well,
tons of shit.
now yours is a 4209, so
Yeah.
so if he was going to do it, yours would be one of them that it would be done to. I bet
What's
if
that?
they were going to brick them,
Oh, you think so? Cause that's
because it's an older one.
yeah. I just won't ever open the app again. I don't care that much. So, because I don't plan on selling it, so I don't need the mileage.
Right.
So, I mean,
Well, they say the float wheel app connects straight to the board,
really,
like it was meant to.
really.
That's what they say.
You know, I saw it, but you had to download another app for it or something.
For the float wheel app.
Yeah, there's like two apps you got to download.
So you can download OWCE.
Yeah, that's it.
But it quit working for some reason.
Oh,
It don't
okay.
work on my phone no more. And I've heard that it's quit working on other people's phones. And then you can download the float wheel app, or you can find the old version, and it's in the groups which version you want
Right.
of the one wheel app.
Right,
And then you have to turn off its automatic update,
right.
and then you're good.
So I have mine set to not auto update right now.
So I couldn't figure out how to do that in my phone.
Yeah, so I had to turn off all the apps for auto update. So
Yeah, I couldn't figure out how to do
probably
it.
a nightmare later. But
Or I would have done it.
what do you got? Are you bagging this truck that's out here?
It's Ronnie's truck.
Right.
Fuel lines.
Is it already bagged?
Fuel lines, brake lines. Yeah, I did it. I already did it.
Oh, okay.
And I'm gonna cover the rear axle and the hole in the bed that I had to cut in the bed. I'm gonna cut it out a little more, and then I'm gonna cover it.
Gotcha.
Some other little piddly shit here and there. So the Grand Prix will go back home today, and then I hope to get Ronnie's truck in here. So
Do we have to push that big old bitch?
no, it'll drive.
Okay.
It drives.
So that's a big heavy bastard.
Yeah, it don't move very well either. So he had it towed up here. It was driving. I drove it back to his house.
Right.
Brakes were bad on it, but I drove it back to his house. And he went through and replaced a bunch of brake shit, and it just everything along the way.
Right.
Replace one thing, next thing, brake, replace
Right.
one. That's what happens when they sit. So
We're gonna tack in the fucking Jesus. Why am I drawing a blank? On the S10 it all rusted out. We're just gonna fucking cut it out, spray some shit on it, and just tack it right over. They fit on there so good. I'm not gonna cut it all out.
oh the
Fucking
the
under
replacement?
door. Yeah.
he bought replacement rockers.
Yeah, rockers, thank you, Jesus. Yeah. He plans on keeping the truck.
Well, if he wants to bring it up here and do all the cutting, I'll weld them in.
Oh, he'll weld them, man. He's got a weld.
Welding's easy.
Yeah, he's got a welder.
Oh,
Yeah, he welded that whole MG together. So
that's even scarier that I rode in it.
a couple times.
Huh.
Yep. Wonder if that guy still has it.
Probably not. Or maybe he seemed kind of weird.
Yeah, he was kind of a nerdy dude.
I bought a dresser yesterday off of kind of a weird dude.
Yeah.
Sarah found it online. I showed up and I was like, "What'd she agree to pay for this?" Because I didn't want to pay that for it. And I was like, "That's not worth." And so I'm standing there and I'm like, "Yeah." And the girl goes, just give me this and take it. How about that? And I go, "Okay, I'll do that."
Nice.
So I gave her $60 and took it. And this dude, he could barely lift the fucking thing.
Really?
Like, he helps me carry it, but I'm like, "Dude, you got it?" Because I'm like, if you drop this thing while we're walking up even this slight incline, it's going on me.
Right.
I said, you have it. "Oh, yeah, I got it." I was like, "Are you sure?"
Just a little scrawny dude or what?
Fuck. I didn't think he was that scrawny. Yeah, I'm up in the air about that Grand Prix, though. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because I think I can double.
Right.
So, but will I find another one that good? Probably not.
Well, it depends on how quick you double. You can go back for that one you're saying that just has the rear rust.
Well, yeah, that's a Monte Carlo. Train's got a Monte Carlo, but it's blowed apart. Like there's no glass in it. He's got it all.
Right.
He's got everything but the seats.
Right.
And there's no glass in it. There's no carpet in it. None of the trims on it. They took it apart to paint it,
Oh, right.
and then they never put it back together. And he's asking $6.
Damn.
Yeah, that's what. Well, yeah, but
That's what they're doing.
But
It's so fucking dumb.
so I don't mind the Grand Prix. I like the Grand Prix.
Right.
So I've always liked the Grand Prix. So I mean, 78, 79, 80 Monte Carlos are the best looking ones, but I've always liked the Grand Prix. So
I always liked Cutlass because they didn't have the frame around the window.
they didn't, did they?
Nope.
What do you mean around the front window?
Yeah.
The Grand
Like-
Prix. None of those yours did. None of those yours G bodies did.
Really? I thought the
no.
Regals had the fucking frame around it.
No, not that I remember.
Huh.
They were all.
Maybe
because
it's
they
a
all
certain
leak.
year.
They all leak when you take them in a car wash.
Mm-hmm.
So you
For
get
sure.
wet from every one of them.
Right.
So, yeah, I just don't know if I'd ever find another one with zero rust.
Especially
like that one.
here.
Right.
And that car's been driven.
So
What's the mileage on it? Do you know?
it says 79.
So could be
So-
179.
Could be 179. He seemed to think it was. So he bought. This is the story he gave me. He bought it out of a garage where it had been sitting. The old man that bought it new died. He bought it. Gave it to his kid to drive.
Right.
Replaced, I guess the old man had wrecked the fender at some point in time.
Sure.
Wrecked the front end corner of it at some point in time.
Right.
That's probably what made him quit driving. And that actually makes sense now that I think about it. And so he put the blue fender and the blue nose on it, gave it to his kid to drive, and his kid didn't want to drive it.
Sure.
So he was selling it.
The kid was selling it?
Well, the guy was selling it.
Oh, gotcha.
So
you bought it from the original owner?
he did.
Oh, okay.
He bought it from the original.
Oh, he bought it for his kid to drive.
Yeah.
From the original owner.
And his kid didn't want to drive it. Literally drove it like a day or two and then said, I don't want to drive it. So I don't want to drive the truck. So he gave me the truck. Right.
These fucking kids.
Right.
So you're just going to do fucking hubcaps on it? Is that what you're doing?
No, bolt-ons, old school bolt-ons.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Before knockoffs. Well,
Right.
not before knockoffs, but before everybody made a knockoff. Just for now. I mean, if I decide to build it, I'll find some money and buy some rims and some. So.
Pretty excited to see it fucking what ends up happening.
Well, I don't want to do rust repair either.
Right.
So.
Well,
I
no.
could have gotten a couple pretty cheap if I wanted to repair the rust in them.
Right.
And I didn't want to. So.
The rust is so fucking bad on those normally.
And the thing is that in the quarters like it is, that means it's elsewhere too. It's, it's all over the fucking car.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
I was telling this guy that I was like, dude, it's everywhere.
Right.
It's not just there. I go, they're screwed. You're gonna have to replace the whole bottom of that car, basically from the back tire back. I said, you'll have to replace the whole bottom of that car. The frame rails are still intact on it though, and they didn't look bad at all. The frame didn't really look all that crusty on it. But I was like, it hides. It's the whole thing. It hides places that you can't see it.
Right.
So.
Until you start getting in, then you
Right.
discover it all.
Right.
Right.
Then you discover it's fucking garbage.
Right. Shouldn't even start it.
Right. That one train Scott would be a good deal if he would come down on price, but.
Is it running? Does it have the engine and shit in it?
Yep.
Okay.
But.
V8? Stock V8?
305, I think.
Yeah, stock
Yeah.
V8.
But seats are so expensive.
Yeah.
Seats are fucking outrageous. So I asked him. I go, was it buckets? Because that makes a difference too. If it had buckets in it with the center console, then that's a car with, you know what I mean.
Yeah, that's got some value.
Right. And he goes, no, it was a 60/40, and I said, who the fuck steals a 60/40 bench?
Fuck somebody that knows how expensive seats are.
Fuck. So I got online and I was like, let me find some G-body seats. Let me look. Let me
Right.
just look and see, what G-body seats are going for before I go up and even bother trying to haggle with him.
Right.
And because now you're going to paint the car anyway.
Right.
And really now, with it blown apart, that'd be the time to buy it.
Yeah.
So you just take everything out of it and respray it.
Right.
But so I looked them up, $700 for a front seat for a
What?
60/40 split,
What?
and that's not even redone. The cheapest one I found was $300.
So it's like whenever I was redoing the Cadillac, I was just trying to find new seats instead of repairing the old ones. And I was like, I didn't pay this much for the car. What the fuck? So it's like it was cheaper to have fucking Kevin redo the whole thing than it was to fucking do it.
And you still have to have them redone.
Oh, yeah. You're buying.
Fuck that.
Yeah, that's fucking insane. $700.
Fuck that.
That's why somebody stole it.
Right. Right. They probably didn't know. They probably just took that shit.
Yeah, it's sitting in somebody's yard and they're sitting on it.
Yeah, right. Sitting on a $700 seat. Fuck. I just couldn't believe the prices. I kept looking and looking. $6,000, $6,000, $6,000, $6,000, $6,000.
So what was drawing you
Fucking
to
rotted quarter panels, $6,000.
what drew you to the G-body out of everything?
And
Just been a while since you had one?
just, I've always liked the older Monte Carlos. I wanted either that year Monte Carlo, 78, 79, 80,
Right,
or an early Cutlass.
right.
But you can't touch the Cutlasses.
That's
$8,000,
insane.
$9,000.
Dude, they were like fucking $800 not even that long ago.
A rotted one out is $6,500.
That's so fucking stupid. Jesus.
I'm telling you, you can't fucking find them.
I just don't understand that.
There's a 79 Grand Prix that's been family owned its whole life in Springfield. But the guy wouldn't take 4. If the guy would have took 4, I would have went up there and bought it. Because in the pictures, it's a beautiful car.
Really?
So I would have at least went up and looked at it. But
yeah, we walked by that G-Body El Camino again this morning, just sitting there. It's got just a little bit of rust, but it's in the front, you know. And there's
those
just
are worth a fucking ton, too.
the El Caminos.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, this one has the lower valance on the front, and it's just a really good looking car. It's black, and but you can tell it's their baby. They're not doing shit. You know, I doubt if you can even buy that from them.
Right.
You know, they have some other Ford Falcon 4-door classic, and then a couple new cars there.
There's a Regal sitting over by Glenwood.
Oh yeah.
There's a Regal sitting over there, probably 78, 79. And it's in remarkably good shape.
Huh.
And you can tell it hasn't moved in years.
Well, that's like that fucking dude that's got the Lincoln over here on Howler.
Yeah.
That motherfucker just letting it go to waste.
Well,
Because that's a coupe.
The son wants to sell it. The old man.
The Lincoln.
Yeah, the old man doesn't want to get. The son wanted to sell it. The son said, "Oh, I wish you'd take that out of here."
Right.
And then
The motherfucker's got mold growing
I
on.
got to talk to my dad. And then we never heard from him again because I stopped.
Right.
So, yeah.
I told Rick he could probably fucking triple his money on that S10.
Maybe.
4-wheel drive. Fucking.
Yeah.
I mean, the only downfall is it's manual.
But the person that's going to buy that S10 would want it to be manual.
Yeah, they
anyway,
should. Yeah.
so.
I mean, you know, 4-wheel drive, you know, he just got done putting so much time and effort into it. You know, and then what's he going to drive in the winter? So, I mean, that's why that's why he puts money into it.
Well, we're probably not even going to get a winter this year from the way they talk.
You don't think?
That's from the way they talk. It's going to be mild all winter long.
I'll fucking take it.
30s and 40s, fucking right. I'll take
This
it.
shit's fucking too cold already.
Right. I'm already mad.
Yeah.
I've already been mad 2 weeks.
Dude, fuck. Can't roll the windows down. Fuck. I hate fucking
I was
winter.
so pissed off Sunday. We went to Old Settlers Day, Apple Farm.
Oh, yeah.
Eckert's.
Oh, up in
Freezing
Grafton?
my fucking ass off up at Eckert's.
Up in Grafton?
Yeah. Freezing my ass off up at Eckert's. And then we get to Old Settlers, it wasn't that bad.
Where was that at? Old Settlers?
That's in Calhoun,
Oh,
Campsville.
okay.
There's nothing up there. And I was cold. My sinus has been screwed up for a week. I was like, this fucking sucks.
I want to try to get the bike out on Sunday. So it's supposed to be 70-something. Like as a high, you know, but it's sunny, so it'll feel good on the bike.
Right.
So I'm going to probably go up to Carrollton. Just do a long fucking Sunday ride. We'll have another warm day in December, November, and all that bullshit, too. So,
Well, right. We normally have.
yeah. What do they call it? Indian summer? Some shit like that.
No, that's what we had. That's the end of September is usually Indian summer. End of September, beginning of October. We're past that.
Dude, it's 53 degrees. High today is 66. So
Right.
I'm probably going to, not even probably, I wore all my shitty clothes. I'm going to go fucking start shoveling out that basement. And that way you can get your fucking fancy shovel back.
Oh, I know there's another one sitting. I'll just grab when I
Okay.
do that deal.
Well, I gotta get that basement cleaned out because we're gonna start having the door closed because it's gonna be cold.
Right.
And the smell is something. So cleaning that out would be cheaper.
I don't smell it when I'm in there.
Oh, I smell it. I know what it smells like though because I've been down there.
Right.
So I'm just gonna go. I'm probably gonna fill up truck bed full of fucking shit, but I'm gonna go throw it on the garden. So just shit and mud. So
I wouldn't throw it on the garden.
why not?
I just wouldn't. Maybe flowers or something, maybe, but I wouldn't throw it on your garden.
Well, the garden's pretty much done for the year.
Mm.
That's all diluted. It's like 2-year-old shit. It's fine. It's mostly mud. So,
Yeah. I don't know. I gotta find money before I make any decisions anyway. So
on that, do you have anything left from the van?
I got a little bit of money left. I
Right.
didn't spend my whole wad.
Right.
So I made sure of that. But we went to Old Settlers Day, and we ate. So,
Did you that big ass chicken and dumplings?
no, we ate at a place called the Pavilion. Don't ever go to the Pavilion. It's fucking terrible.
Is that in Campsville?
Yeah, she screwed up. She screwed up all the tickets. Like she didn't know how to write separate tickets. So
Okay.
she wrote like 3 on this one and 3 on this one and 3. So who the fuck knew whose
Right.
ticket was whose? And I was mad because I shouldn't even have fucking paid. Could have just walked off and not paid. Fuck them. She never brung me my ticket. So I had to go up there and ask, and I had to tell the lady what I had.
Right.
So I told the lady what I had, and I paid for it. Then come to find out I didn't pay my ticket. I paid, who knows what I paid.
Oh, Jesus. What a
And then,
clusterfuck.
so I'm standing there going, what the fuck? And so finally I get mad enough, and I go, I had this, and she had this. Lexus. I said, she had this. I said, that's all I'm paying for. I said, I've already paid for this and this. So, how much is this? Oh, this is, and it was $10.89 or some shit like that. And I go, well, you know what? Here's the $10.
Right.
And I said, I'm paid. I'm done with this aggravating ass bullshit. I was fucking mad. I was really, really mad.
How you going to be mad on Family Day?
Because it's just ignorance, man. Just stupidity. You can't do your job right. I mean, you were super nice. Sure, thanks for that. But fucking Christ. It doesn't matter when you don't do your job right.
Right. I've never even heard of that place. Is it like a brick and mortar, or was
No,
it just set up for the?
It's an old barn, it looks like.
Oh.
It doesn't even have walls on one side of it.
Oh, really?
They just fold down some plastic.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, it's
I don't think I've
Fuck
ever eaten
that
at
place.
Campsville.
fuck that place.
That's a fucking hike too, man.
It really ain't that bad from
Well,
Bradford.
did you cross the Hardin Bridge? You just go across.
Yeah, we went across the bridge.
Yeah.
I came back across the ferry.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad.
Campsville Ferry,
Yeah.
or to the Brussels.
Brussels.
Yeah.
Brussels.
Yeah. I told the girlfriend I would maybe do 2 ferries on Sunday as long as it heats up.
It wasn't that bad. So,
Nah, I don't know. I like being on a bike on a boat. It's weird. I feel better on a bike because I know I can get out easily and swim.
that Brussels ferry was moving Sunday.
Yeah?
I mean, it was
Not
like
fucking around, huh?
Barely had time to get out of the car. He was crossed.
Yeah.
Because I took Carter out of the car.
Right.
Because she'd never been on the ferry
Sure,
before.
sure.
So I took her out to show her, and by the time got out there, maybe a minute, it was time to put him back in the car.
Fuck, had turbo diesel
He was
going.
moving.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was going. They
It
were
was-
busy.
Yeah.
They were
fuck
real
yeah.
busy.
Yeah. Sunday, bro. I mean,
Right.
that's all they do. What a sweet gig that is.
Did they used to close? They used to stay open 24 hours, didn't they? Or
So
they closed
they-
at like 3 a.m. or something.
So it's always had a closing time, but the closing time has gotten earlier. So it's like, I think it's 10 p.m. or some shit like that. Because Nick lives in Brussels.
Right.
So, like, he has to be, otherwise he's got to go fucking Hardin and come all the way back if he misses the ferry.
Right.
So, yeah, so it's got to shut off time. And I think Golden Eagle's even less hours of operation.
I thought it used to be like 3 a.m. or something like that.
I see, I thought it used to be 24/7, but
I seem to recall coming across it from the slough. 'Cause
Right,
we
right.
used to go over to the slough and party all the time because nobody was there.
right,
Nobody.
sure.
And I seem to recall coming back from the slough at like all hours of the night.
Right.
Like 3 a.m., 4 a.m., shit like that.
Right. I try to kill that dude.
I seem to recall that.
Yeah, I thought it always ran 24/7, and then I think since COVID or whatever, you know, they run it less time. So because I mean, the state's paying for somebody to sit there when I bet you there's hours it doesn't even fucking move at that
Right,
time.
right.
So I'm sure it's part of the super sweet Biden economics.
So, yeah, this is all JB economics.
Yeah,
here,
nah,
so.
economics.
JB Prickster.
Fucking him. Soon to be presidential candidate.
He just got awarded all this unclaimed art and unclaimed art and stuff.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, he just got awarded all this stuff.
From-
And what a sweet deal that is, huh?
From where?
I don't fucking know.
Oh, he just gets it handed to him?
I read the headline. I didn't read the article. I
Yeah,
read
there you
the
go.
headline.
I mean, why would you want to be mad?
I read what everybody else does. I didn't do.
Yeah.
But I mean, what am I going to read in the article? It says right there he got it says unclaimed art in collectibles and something else. J.B. Pritzker gets awarded unclaimed art in collectibles. That's what it said in the headline. So what's there to read?
Right.
It's going to tell me what it is? I don't really care.
Then he's going to donate it to an art museum and get a tax write-off.
They ain't going to shit.
Right.
Piece of shit. Yes, 2028 presidential candidate, I bet.
Yep.
I bet.
2028. Yep, absolutely.
I'd bet money on it. Because they're going to run Biden again this year.
I heard a little Alden.
If he wins again, Jesus fucking Christ.
There's no fucking way.
Yeah, there's no way.
No fucking
No
way.
way.
Dude, he's got a 31% fucking approval rating right now. 31%.
There's no way.
Like,
But who's going to win?
I think it's got to be Trump.
With a felony?
Yeah.
You think they're not going to convict him?
No.
Shit.
No.
Come on now.
No. That motherfucker would win in prison.
I don't see how they're not going to convict him.
They've
gone this far.
Can you? Yeah, but this is a dog and pony show, bro.
Right, but they've gone this far with their dog and pony show.
Dog and pony show.
Well,
that's all this shit is. It's a distraction from the rest of the fucking
and
world.
he's still leading the polls.
Yeah, he's
Like,
still leading.
fuck.
Right.
This isn't working. What do
Right.
we do?
Yeah.
We can't stop now.
Well, and that's the whole thing. That's exactly right. You know, it's like, oh, this didn't work. You know, but we can't just fucking drop it because then, you know, we look like fucking schmucks. So
Right.
they're gonna fucking drag this shit out.
Right.
And try to tie him up.
Right.
So it's just fucking horseshit, is what it is. We just lost viewers.
Right. I don't. Whatever. Lost viewers any damn way.
Yeah, we don't have our pretty guy on.
Right.
Yeah.
Drew's not here,
Yeah, no pretty guy.
so
I gotta get fucking wipers for my truck and air filter for my truck. Going to O'Reilly after this.
I seen the internets.
You saw the internets?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I seen the internets.
You know, I had quite a few people reach out. So Chuck's referring to the Table 36 post of the conceding of the cigar making. So, but I've had a few people reach out. You know, a friend of a friend is a friend of fucking head of Placencia.
A friend in need is a friend indeed.
So, you know, it's, you know, I've exhausted all these connections, and you know, so I had events for this weekend. I was supposed to be in New Jersey and stuff like that. So that was a real shitty thing to fucking cancel. You know, I've never canceled an event, no matter how fucking small or whatever. So I got to ship. I'm shipping coffee out to New Jersey because they did Eventbrite tickets, and they had a lot of them fucking sold. So you don't. He goes, you don't have to be here. He goes, just ship the coffee. We'll still rock your shit. Everybody's been very supportive. You know, it's just big corporate. Dude, this is how the world's going. It's going to be this elite fucking group and then the rest of us. That's it. You know, they own La Gloria. They own fucking, just fuck so many brands. They own General Cigar. And, you know, it's not even U.S., you know, it's not even U.S. based. You know, it's just fucking, you know, it's going to be the super elite and the rest of us trying to fucking, try to keep our cash in our pocket because we're trying to get rid of cash too, you know. So you know, just, and then, you know, I've had you know, Oliver reached out. He says, you know, he's like, hey, I can introduce you to my cigar rollers, stuff like that. I was like, man, I've had this brand for 2 years. You know, it doesn't do the dollars I need it to do, you know.
But
it was posed to fucking kill, because all I had to do was just leave and travel the whole fucking time. And then go out and sell and do events and sell and do events. So, you know, and that was starting this month. You know, I was fucking pumped for those events, you know, but gonna wholesale out a bunch of products and build a brand of a cigar that's going away doesn't make any sense. So, because you take a loss on these events, you know, you don't make profit after your travel. You're fucking.
No, the profit comes
later.
The re-ups,
the re-ups. But if there's no more re-ups, then there's no point in fucking breaking even. You know, there's no point in being the guy. Hey, I'm standing on the ship until it sinks. Which, I mean, it's gonna be that way anyway. But I'd rather fucking just support St. Louis and, just, those guys have been buying. One guy, Montrez guy, reached out and he goes, hey, do you need me to buy a bunch of stock or, like I'll buy whatever you got so I have it, and I was like, I got 800 sticks that you buy. I got 800 cigars. So, no rush. He goes, well, I'll reach out next week and I'll do a big order. So, that's cool. St. Louis is still fucking there, I wish it would have continued on. Somebody approached me about buying the brand.
Yeah.
So I said, yeah, 25,000.
For the cigar brand.
Yeah, for the cigar brand.
What'd they say?
And he said, I checked with my peeps. He goes, how do you value this at this? And I go, because it counts the inventory. And I'm like, well, I just spent $10,000 on fucking cigars, So
Right.
there's that.
Right.
And that turns into 20 on its own.
Right.
Plus all the trademarks and everything else. You want to go have fucking AJ's third cousin roll it in an alley in fucking Nicaragua, I don't want that on my head. So he goes, I'll check with my peeps. I don't know why you'd fucking buy it,
Oh, because maybe he's got
the rollers or whatever, and he,
Maybe.
if you want to cash me out for 25,000, that's fine, So let's just fucking cash out. And
Let me get a bundle of bullets before he does that.
no, we're gonna fucking stash a bunch of shit. Don't you fucking worry, bro. I'm gonna hide.
bundle of bullets
I'm gonna hide cigars everywhere. So yeah, no, but it's like, it's a little too late, on this whole thing. So
I tried the 45s and I just don't like them.
what really?
They're better than the 10 stars, but they're not the same.
The bullet or the 10 star is just a bullet times 2.
I just have a problem with cutting it in half and smoking it. And it doesn't taste the same when you smoke the whole thing. It doesn't, I guess, because you're drawing through that whole thing.
No, all that smoke's
Doesn't taste the
attached into the tobacco as you smoked it. So it
Doesn't
does
taste the
change.
same.
It just does change the taste of it. So, it's not. It hasn't like cleared out of my mind yet. Like I still got some cigar shit to do to wrap shit up. I mean, we still have whatever couple thousand cigars to move. So, but it kind of clears my head. Like I can start getting building shit done.
Right.
Things I haven't been doing because of the money that I was spending on.
Well, I guess you get the coffee out of it too, right?
Well, yeah. So and then we still have coffee, and I talked to Minas Espresso about doing so that first batch of coffee I had was from the first barrel. It was so much whiskey, right? It was just shit ton. So, I mean, I thought about building the brand up with, doing like a Maduro, like a Maduro barrel aged, so where it'd be like a darker,
Right.
all bourbon, no fruit from the wine barrel. So, like doing cigar related coffees for coffee houses. So, or for cigar shops anyway. So, and does that go? I don't know. I mean, right now it's, I'm going to, just keep focusing on pushing this coffee out. I got some down at the yoga studio, and so I just put a QR code. They just Venmo me fucking $20 and they take a bag. And so it's weird to like wake up and I get like $19 and some change, know, and I'm like, oh, well, that's cool. So, it's kind of neat. Maybe I should just have that set up everywhere, so, more people pick them up. But yeah, so we're still, what's cool is it says Table 36, that's the main brand. So I can do coffee and I can sell tables. I don't know. Just get with SHB and do whiskey barrel tables. Just everything's fucking has something to do with the fucking table. I don't know. I have no fucking clue. So what's that? Just close one chapter and focus on. I have so much shit to clean out, and literally and figuratively, of buildings. That need to go places. So I have a giant fucking chandelier. Like I can't get anybody to ever buy it. So. I'm going to start fucking filling this dumpster up. He's probably done filling it up front here.
We got to figure out what to do with them windows.
Yeah, so can we just stash them back here?
Where?
Let's just put them right against this wall.
I don't want to fit against that wall.
Those windows by themselves?
This wall right here?
Yeah, right here. Well, I'm going to take out one of these. I want to take out one of these shelving units. I want to take it down to Alton, so we could just put them in this office
Right.
and then we could even utilize them like if Drew's plan comes through, or if we build a podcast studio on the third floor of Alton.
Right.
We can just put them in that up there. It'd just be cool ass decoration. So, but I had a guy come look at the bathroom stuff because I really wanted a bathroom in a certain spot, and he's like, well, you're gonna have to run one of those pumps to like pump the water and shit out, and because it like fills up a box and then the box pumps it up and over and shit. So just because I wanted it basically on the outside of the building, so there's no plumbing, there's nothing to go through, so there's no I have to go through a brick wall. So
Right.
I know I'm not explaining it very well, but so I was just kind of curious as to like what needs done there, but there's so much work I can do for right now. Like just to get shit cleaned out. There's still fucking hoses up on the second floor from flood mitigation shit. There's, the pumps to,
Well, I mean, have you gotten it taken care of with the landlord yet?
it should be this year. So that's why I'm like, I'm not going to put money up there, but, I can put my labor, I can put my time up there. So just, it's like, I could probably secure the first stair, so that way I don't fucking fall and break my fucking neck.
So Sarah bitches about the bottom stair at the house all the time?
Yeah.
Because I broke it
Right.
at some point in time. I don't even know when. And I've never redone it. And so yesterday I'm hauling that dresser down there because that's where our bedroom is. I'm hauling that dresser down there. And I moved that stair because it makes it easier. Gives you that much more room.
Okay.
And so I'm like, that's why I don't fix it. So we even Carter knows that stair's wobbly, right? Even she knows. Everybody knows that stair's wobbly. I said, so everybody that comes down here knows not to step on it or to be careful when they do. So, and you're not going far if you step on it and lose your balance anyway.
Right.
The wall's right there.
Right.
You're just going to smack into the wall. And
Girlfriend's getting her bathroom redone starting today. So it's like a complete gut and remodel. So
sounds terrible.
yeah. This morning we like emptied everything out. So
I've been fixing things here and there.
yeah.
Now that the mice aren't wreaking havoc on it anymore.
Nice. I'm gonna get a.
They're coming back though, so there's gonna have to.
It's getting cold, so that's when they come back.
I told Sarah, I said, you guys need to find a cat. Just make sure it's spayed.
Right, for sure.
Just make sure it's fixed this time.
Right.
And I said, and there won't be a problem because that's always been the problem is it wasn't fixed.
Right.
Last one just ran off, and then the lady down the street stole the kittens. So she's gone now. She's moved. She's still
really?
coming to pick her kid up, but because he's still riding the bus out there.
Going to school, yeah. They're so
they think. I heard the other day they think I called the school and complained about him getting off the bus there. He's a little terror, dude. He's
is he a little shithead?
Not a good. He's a bad kid.
Right.
And just being unsupervised because they don't live there no more. That tree fell through the trailer, so they don't live there no more. And just so he's unsupervised for this amount of time every day, and he was just running fucking wild.
What's he doing? Is he like breaking into the trailer and shit?
Just climbing into dumpsters and going in there's a couple empty houses. He's going into empty houses. How old is he? He's throwing 10 or 11 years old.
Holy shit.
Throwing rocks, yelling at cars, just and then wrapping every other kid that's, on the street with him into it.
Sure.
What I mean, of course. And they think I called, and I'm like, I didn't call. I don't care. They don't bother me.
Right.
I don't care. They leave me alone. So I don't give a shit. I said, you need to go down and look at the person that hates his little ass.
Right.
And she's told you several times she don't like him.
Right.
I said, that's probably who called.
I got a winter project at my house for this winter. So just in case, shit temperatures and stuff. But I'm going to, so in my bedroom, the fireplace is covered in plaster.
Right.
And fucking, oh, Jesus.
Chip it out?
Chip it out. I started with a screwdriver, so I want to hit Home Depot and buy a chisel, like a handheld chisel, like a masonry chisel.
Yeah.
That shit's so thick, though. That shit is it's concrete.
Right.
It's fucking.
Oh yeah, plaster's basically concrete.
Yeah, it's just, dude. Right. I made a hole to get to the brick, so I did it in the first floor 11, 12 years ago, and I exposed all the brick, and it looks really good, you know. And I was like, that'd be a nice feature in my room. Is this little brick wall, and so I that's why I grabbed this drop cloth, and then I'm gonna get some plastic sheeting and kind of build myself a little cocoon there to keep some of the dust, because I just busted it up with a screwdriver and a hammer, and dude, the amount of dust that fucking oh Jesus, dude,
and it's
everywhere.
It's old plaster dust, so it's probably causes cancer.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
You'll be calling John Simmons.
Yeah. He's my homie now, man. Right. He's my homeboy.
You'll be calling him going, hey, guess what I got?
All right. Let's find this plaster company, and if they're still open, let's close them down.
Or we'll find who bought them.
Right. Yeah. Somebody acquired this motherfucker. Right. Somebody's getting this lawsuit.
Right.
Yeah. So I'm actually gonna grab fucking. Well, I got safety glasses, but I'm gonna grab some kind of fucking mask, because that shit, dude. I'm sitting there chiseling away. Granted, with a screwdriver, right? I just wanted to see the brick, like. So I have this little tiny hole, like that I've on the corner. Of course, I do it on a corner that can't be covered up, because I really want to get it done. So yeah, that's what's that's gonna be like my day off thing. So I'm just gonna work on chiseling out this thing, and then I'm gonna wash it down, fucking. Then seal it, or probably have tuck point shit, and then but I did all that shit on the first floor. I don't know, I wanted some exposed brick, dude. My plaster on the ceiling is actually cracked and fucking falling in, like it's just a real ghetto situation. The carpet's still from the prostitution days and the drug dealing days, so that's why I was like, once I'm done with this, I'll just fucking roll this carpet up, see what the floors look like, see if I can fix them, couple screw. I might end up just throwing carpet back in the bedroom, but yeah. So I took a picture of the wall today, and in about 4 or 5 months, I'm sure I'll be done with it, because that shit sucks. Just hand chiseling, fucking, because so far it's not going to come off in big pieces at all.
Some of it will.
Yeah,
I'm sure some of it's unadhered and just stuck to itself.
God, I fucking hope so. It's because it's 15 or it's 12 foot, right. I mean, it's a 12, or maybe it's 10 foot. It's probably a 10-foot ceiling.
Probably.
Yeah. So, because the house was completed in 1900. So it's pretty tall ceilings for a second floor.
Did they build, I was thinking about this the other day. I was driving through the hood. I was driving through Hood Saturday. Right. Looking for G-bodies. That's what I was doing. And Sarah's like, why are we doing this? And I go,
you never know.
Because yeah, you never know.
Yeah.
What happens is you find some old white dude that's had it forever, and he don't want to sell it to the black guys.
Right.
But he'll sell it to me.
Right.
I said, or maybe you'll find some dude, one of the black guys that needs the money, so he'll sell you what he's got.
Right.
I said, they should be everywhere. I should find a 2-door Caprice maybe, or something like, what I mean?
Yeah.
And I got to thinking about a couple of houses I'd been in up the end of Ridge, at the other end of Ridge,
right,
and a couple of the other houses over on Brown Street I'd been in. And they're not old houses, but they're old basements.
Yeah. So
I got to wondering if they built new houses on top of the old foundations. At some point,
or just like an extreme remodel.
Because they're not new houses, but this would have been in the 90s.
Yeah,
so they would have been built probably in the 60s or 70s.
Well, I mean, that foundation was thicker than what you would pour.
Right, but I remember, so the house at the other end of Ridge Street, so when you go all the way to the top, that's 7th Street,
yeah,
right?
7th.
And you'd make that jog, and that's Ridge again.
Yeah.
So there's apartments,
right,
those white apartments on the left hand, and there used to be houses back in there.
Okay.
In the little alley back there was houses. And I'd been in one of those, and it had cells in it, in the bottom.
Really?
It had cells in it, but it wasn't an old house.
Huh.
And then there's another one over on Brown Street that had cells with bars on them still.
Wow.
In the basement.
No shit.
But it wasn't an old house.
Wow. I wonder why there was cells in there.
Well, the one over off Ridge, maybe they weren't cells. They were cell size, but maybe they were like cold storage or something. Maybe.
That's normally what it is coal.
Yeah, maybe they were some sort of storage.
But bars mean cells.
Yeah, but the one on Brown Street had bars in it.
Really?
But it's not on Brown Street, but it's right there.
Right.
I remember it distinctly. It had bars in it.
Who's the fuck? Dude, that's kind of cool.
So, distinctly. I remember it.
Yeah. Did it have a gate and shit? Like, no shit. Like a
The
bar.
doors were gone. The doors were gone, but the bars were still there.
Yeah.
And little doors too,
Right.
like you would expect in the 1800s.
Oh, yeah.
Little fucking doors.
Yeah. They don't
Early
need
19s.
They don't need ADA.
Right. Right.
Wasn't a thing back then.
Right.
Yeah. So like, well, this.
They just took their wheelchairs away then.
Right.
They
Yeah.
were like, you
Well,
ain't going nowhere now, boy.
Right. They had in the house I'm in, the house was built in 1900, but it was still a dirt basement, right? And then in 1901, is when they poured the concrete, and it's still marked 1901. So the concrete was poured in 1901 for the basement, but the house was finished a year before that. So they would just pump fucking.
It made me think about that. I was like, did they tear the old houses down
But just leave the foundation.
and then just build on top of the foundation? Because they're probably freaking a foot wide fucking thick foundations.
If not thicker, because
Why would you not build on top of that?
Right, yeah.
Why would you tear that out and
you
rebuild
can't.
it?
So I have that alley next to my house, right?
Right.
The alley is sinking in, like it is concaving in, right? So like the tire, which is fun to fucking kind of one wheel down,
Right.
because it's like riding a fucking half pipe or whatever. But so it's coming in so far. So around our house, on the side of the house, was a sidewalk, and it had a big curb, all concrete. That's actually broken away from the sidewalk and is leaning in. Like it's
So
going.
you got a big sinkhole
Yeah,
somewhere.
we do in the alley.
There's sinkholes all over.
Oh, big time.
All over.
Oh, yeah. I had one right across the street from when I lived up in the Bluffs, and then the lady lived across the street from me. Her name was Pearl, so she was young. Pearl fucking goes, "Would you please don't park in front of my house? It'll create a sinkhole." I'm like, "You fucking old bat. What the fuck do you know?" She was dead right. The day I was moving out, the bricks fell in. Because, it was, of course, when you move, it's never good weather, right?
Right.
So it's pouring down rain. All this rain's coming from up the hill down. So it's a fucking river.
On the bluffs?
On the bluffs, yeah. I was
You're
up
the
on the
reason
bluffs.
the wall collapsed.
No, because I was down.
all?
I was down from the wall.
Oh.
So, but I was like midway down. So, but the water come running down, and maybe I could have been because
Right.
all this water went into this hole that was I could have jumped into. Like the
Right.
fucking sinkhole was, I could have just jumped right in it, right? And I'm mesmerized because where the fuck is this water going? There's no drainage there,
Down
right?
to that wall that
Yeah,
collapsed.
it washes shit out, dude. And I'm just sitting there I'm like, what the fuck? And it's moving day, and I'm trying to get the shit fucking moved out, but I'm mesmerized.
Even faster now because this whole thing's going down.
So fucking Pearl was spot on right. I should have believed somebody that had like 100 plus years on this planet. She knows what the fuck she's talking about. But, lessons learned.
Sorry, Pearl.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Pearl. May she rest in peace. And then, but dude, all this water just went there. Like, it was almost dry behind the sinkhole. Like, it caught all the water. And I'm like, it's not filling up. Where does it go? It's amazing. Like, I know it's working its way probably to the caves.
Right.
It's probably going down to the caves, creating waterfalls, dropping, huge chunks of rock down because it's
Right.
building up water.
Right.
But you're talking thousands of gallons was going down there right then. And I'm just like, what the fuck? I'm like, I'm glad we're moving, I'm
Right.
like, the new owners are like, they're like, oh, does that happen a lot? I'm like, oh, it's not the first time. It's fine. It'll be all right. It's like, fuck.
They'll fix it. They'll come
So-
fill it with something.
To this day, there's still a fucking sign, like a road, like a A-frame from the city sign sitting where that sinkhole was. How do you even repair a sinkhole? Like, what, let's say you're the street
Especially
department.
there.
Yeah, it's all brick.
There.
Like, everything was gone, Chuck.
Well,
It was,
they'll have to fill it with concrete, but they'll have to pump concrete into it until it quits.
well, the fucking water never quit. So, what, how the fuck do you even do that? You got to fill it with, big chunks of shit first.
And then you have to hope that it's not going someplace where the concrete will be heavy enough to just
Destroy something? Yeah, like some dude's house just disappears
Right.
because you created a bigger
Right.
sinkhole?
right because the concrete was heavy enough to move whatever.
Yeah. Dude,
Right.
it's fucking insane. Like, I would hate to be a civil engineer in Alton because you have no fucking clue. You're all you're doing is taking great guesses.
I've been you say that I've been coming out of Quick Trip, and instead of turning if I've got to come this way
Right?
from Quick Trip up here,
Right.
instead of turning across all them lanes.
Sure.
Nobody wants to let you through, and
Right.
fucking dead ends right there at the fucking light all the time.
Right.
Instead of doing that, I go out the other exit and I just bust a U and hit the turn light to come this way.
Yeah.
And I did it the other day with Sarah in the car, and she goes, "You're gonna get pulled over for that because there's cops there all the fucking time."
Yeah, constantly.
And I go, and you know what I'm going to tell him when he pulls me over? I'm going to tell him, well, you know, you shouldn't have built a clusterfuck.
Right.
You wouldn't have to cheat if you hadn't built a clusterfuck.
Yeah.
There's
Well,
no
it's-
sign that says I can't do it either. There's no U-turn signs.
Yeah, and it's safe as fuck that way compared to going crossing 4 lanes.
Right.
Yeah, or 3 lanes, whatever. Yeah.
And it's going to get worse. I was telling her, I was thinking it's going to get worse because that O'Reilly's is going to be open pretty soon, probably by the end of the month from the looks of it.
Yeah.
And I said, and that's gonna make it way worse. So I said the section where I'm turning around at right now is going to be plugged up now too because of people wanting to go into O'Reilly's.
Yeah.
And turn out and fucking go the other way. So
Was Jay coming to Bethalto?
No.
No? Staying in Edwardsville. That's fucking dumb.
Yep.
Whatever. Yeah, I had to buy Mom a battery. Did I tell you that Sunday? So Sunday I go fucking
a battery for her car.
Yeah, Saturday. It was Saturday. I had that event in Collinsville, and so I got down to shop early. I was packing all my shit up for the event. My mom calls me and she goes, "Hey, my car won't start. Jim has an engine out of one of his trucks, and then I guess his battery's dead, and then the other truck." He's retired. He just pulls motors for no fucking reason.
Just taking shit apart.
I mean, the whole motor's gone. There's nothing there.
Retired and turned into a meth head.
Yeah. Dude, he's out there just like bench pressing transmissions and shit. So she goes, yesterday my car said the key fob wasn't found. I said, "Oh, no problem. I'll fucking grab a couple batteries at Walgreens. I'll hit you up. I'll just take 255 to Collinsville. No big deal." And so I change her batteries in her remote. It locks. I'm like, sweet. It doesn't remote start. And I'm like, fuck. I said, go try to start it. So, no start. So I take the battery out, and it's like a 2014 Ford Fusion Platinum. So it's like the turbocharged V6. It's a nice car, super nice car actually. So I look at it and I'm like, give me an 8 and a 10 millimeter. It's fucking new Ford, so it's gonna be all metric.
Right.
So I take everything out. We go to, she bought that battery from AutoZone. And she's like, "Oh, I might have a couple months left on the warranty." And I'm like, so we're going to O'Reilly's. And I go in and I go, "Hey, I need one of these." And he's like, "What year is it?" And I just clean the fucking shit off the battery. I go, "One of these. Just fucking get me one of these." Like, what the fuck? Like, what do you need to know what kind of wipers it takes?
You were in Collinsville?
No, Godfrey. I was a Godfrey
Oh.
one. But it was just funny. I'm like, "Well, I'm giving you the battery number." He's like, "Well, it's a Motorcraft battery. Sometimes just fucking look." And then go look. I bet you it's fucking the same, bro.
Cross-reference it.
I know.
Cross-reference.
They're fucking morons. So, anyway, comes back with a battery. It's like $250 fucking dollars for a fucking battery. And I go, "Hey, let's put that on the account and save some fucking money." So we get it down to like after tax $178 out the door. And I'm like, so I take it back, put it back in, car starts, runs. And then Jim's like, "Well, I need a battery too." And I'm like, "Figure that shit out, bro." I'm like, "I gotta go, man." I'm like, "Fuck, I can only do one car repair before an event, And then I was still like 10 minutes late to get into the event. I had 2 totes at my tailgate, right? Because I don't have that bed cover yet. So I have 2 totes at the tailgate.
All right.
I have a bungee cord going over the totes. And the totes don't really secure too well. And then, like, around 90 miles an hour, I was like, fuck. And I look in the mirror, and it's that one bungee cord's holding those 2 lids down. It's like, holy shit. I don't know, like, how much shit would really fly out, but, because I always keep, like, my change, like, the change money and everything inside, like, in that big black thing. So, I like, all my bags, cutters, matches, all that bullshit's in, and the change is all in one little, fucking, like, Pelican case.
Fucking dollars flying everywhere.
Dude, right. Yeah, so that stays in the car with me, but dude, I was cracking up. I was like, holy fuck, when we get there and there's no cigars. I was like, "What are you selling?" Whatever was the heaviest that didn't fly out of the fucking car.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to buying batteries again.
Why is that?
I can't get them as cheap as I got them the last time.
We're down at Reds?
Yeah, if I got to buy batteries, if I go to juice that car, I'll have to buy batteries
Right.
again. I'm not looking forward to that. It'll be $100 a battery this time.
Yeah. Yeah,
So,
that's right. You got them cheap last time, didn't
yeah, I
you?
got them real cheap last
Yeah.
time. So, and I highly doubt Eric's going to sell them to me that cheap. Because when I went and picked them up,
Yeah,
Dennis wasn't there, and he
yeah.
wasn't happy about it.
Yeah, he wasn't happy about it.
So, they're not going to sell them to me that cheap ever again.
So you just said if I juice that car. I like how you're on the fence of I can just make it as pretty as possible and double, or at least double.
Well, no matter what, I'm fucking getting a lowrider. I want a lowrider. Buying one no matter what.
Well, you could just keep doubling until you fucking just buy one that's 90% done.
But you run out of double. I mean, so
I mean, maybe.
if I can double on that, that's probably the end right there. That's the end right there.
Unless you can pick up that 3 and then fucking clean it up.
I bet that's the end right there.
Or pick that one up for 2. And then,
That's the end. The next nice one I find would cost me at least 5 or 6. So
yeah, and there's no double there.
no, there's no double there. So you're done doubling right then and there.
Yeah, and then you're out a fucking clean car. You're out a rust-free car. That's what fucking sucks. Yeah.
Right now I have to go hunt down a rust-free car
Right.
to start with, and that's not. So that's why I'm on the fence with it. Do I
sucks.
use this one?
Well, I mean, you can easily put that V8 in.
Right. I can do that, but at the same time,
I mean, if that thing's running and driving, if you do juice it, what's the problem with just keeping the 6-cylinder? What the?
because it's a 231, and they're junk. They were junk when they were new.
It's fucking stock.
Yeah. Beautiful car though.
I hate that brown. I've always have. Guy's got the fucking
Beautiful car.
Yeah, even the canvas top's fucking clean.
Beautiful car.
I hate those headlights.
You want to know what the offer I sent him was?
4,500.
4.
4. Yeah, I have.
I'll give you 4 and I can come right now. Right now.
Fuck that interior, man. I do like the peanut butter insides.
That's a beautiful car.
Is that tartar sauce? No, it's peanut butter outside too.
That's a good car to start with right there.
I'm just not attracted to them. I like the Regals. I've always liked the Regals. I like the swoop the Regals do. The Cutlasses do the same.
That's a good looking car.
That's not a good looking car.
It is. It's a beautiful car.
For that money, you could go buy that Astro van. Fucking already.
That Astro van's cut.
You know, you can tell it's garbage, bro.
It's fucking St. Louis cut.
And it's it looked like it has like 6 to 8 inch cylinders in it. Didn't fucking move it hardly at all.
No, it's St. Louis cut. It's not something I want. So this is. I'll just scroll up because he sent me more pictures. This is the Monte Carlo. So he goes, there's one little, when I talked to him the first time, he goes, there's one little hole in the rear quarter. And I was like, well, a little hole's not bad. So he sends me that picture.
Oh, shit.
And I'm like, that's pretty, that's the first, no, that's not the first picture I got. That's the first, is that the first one? Yeah, no, that is the first one he sent me.
Right.
And I'm like, that's junk. That's junk all the way up, at least to that body line, right? But it's an easy body line to fix.
Yeah. I mean, at least it's the bottom.
It's an easy body line to fix. And then I get that one. And you can see
it's going through.
Behind it's garbage too.
Yeah.
So now you got to replace both sides, and that sucks.
Right.
And then he sends me the interior, and the interior's not that bad in it. That's the worst part.
Yeah.
The interior's not that bad in it.
That's fucking $50 next door.
But it's.
And how much is that one?
This is the one that I think I can get for 2.
Oh, okay. That's not the fucking worst rust. I mean, but you know it's
both sides though. It's both sides, and it's in and out.
Yeah, it is.
And if it's there, it's underneath in the floors. It's everywhere. It's in. I guarantee it's in the floors.
Fuck yeah.
There's no pictures of the floors.
You gotta get the sandblast and shit out.
Right. There's no pictures of the floors.
And then hope you have something left to fucking build back up.
This is the only picture he sent me of the floors.
The fuck is?
And you can't really tell what you're even looking at.
No, not at all.
So it's for 2, it'd still be a good deal if I wanted to do the rust.
Oh, yeah.
So that's where you're at. So there's a Cutlass in Bethalto I went and I looked at. Saturday.
Why is drive shaft sitting inside? Well, drive shaft's in the engine bay.
Because it's
No, it's in the trunk.
it's he put a 350 in it.
It's got nice headers.
He put a 350 in it and a 350 turbo transmission in it, and the drive shaft has to be
Cut, balance, blah,
yeah,
blah.
yeah.
I don't even think you'd have to balance that fucking.
Well, he said it. He said it'd been cut, but they couldn't balance it because it was out too far to balance, which I've never heard of in my life.
No. Put that motherfucker in and drive it.
But right,
Right.
I've never heard of that.
And fuck, nice headers in the trunk
Yeah,
of the car.
there's some nice parts. That
Yeah,
come
yeah.
With
I mean,
it. There's some nice parts that come with it.
nice fan in the trunk. I mean, the trunk's full of parts.
Right,
Fuck, it looks even comes with jumper cables back there.
right.
I mean, those are
Right.
still in the case.
That's the one for two. I went and looked at one in Bethalto, and in the pictures it looked excellent. Paint just looked faded.
right.
So it's listed at 6,500, and but it's been there for a long time.
Right.
So I get up there, and as soon as I didn't even knock on the door to let them know I was there. As soon as I got out of the car, I looked and I went, "Oh, that's why it's been here for so long, because it's rotted out.
Right.
It's junk, and you're not going to get 6,500." So obviously, this guy thinks that he has something that he doesn't fucking have,
Right.
and that's why nobody's bought it. So I
Right.
walked away from it. So back to what I was saying. Will I ever find one
Yeah, I know. Fuck.
without traveling to fucking California or the
Texas.
Southwest someplace
Yeah, you know, Texas is where it's all at.
and buy and and then you're paying more. Then you're paying more
yeah,
because
you're paying
you're in a better state for it.
Right.
So anything in the Southwest is easy, 3-4 grand more,
Well, because you know it's fucking.
easy.
It should be rust free.
It's just gotten silly. They're asking done Impala prices for these G bodies now when they're done.
Dude, everything's that way though.
I'm talking not even that long ago, 15 years ago, which is not that long in terms of these cars. 15 years ago for 30 grand you bought a nice Impala.
Oh,
with
yeah.
all chrome undies
Yeah.
and a at least stress frame, and at least for 30 grand. Now it's a G body. You get a nice G body for that now.
There was a 6970 Nova 2-door. Had a 6.0 LS turbo. It was 25 grand. I'm like, that's a fucking. I mean, it was black on black. Raked out a little bit. Just a fucking. It had no time slips or nothing. But it was a 4L80.
Right.
It was. It was all the good parts.
Right.
And I'm like, Jesus Christ, if I had money, like that's I'd fucking just start that just to go fucking drive around with the blow off valve fucking going off.
I seen Andrew's wagon.
Yeah.
I seen the price on it, and I went, "Pfft,
What's he got listed at?
21.
I don't
And
think it's that bad.
I thought, no way,
Dude,
no
he'll
way,
He'll probably get it.
no way. Well, yeah, well, after looking, yeah,
Yeah.
it's worth 21. It's
Yeah.
probably worth 21.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
I mean, the market's
no
just
carpet, no door panels, no,
Right.
no nothing.
But
Just,
it's LS swapped, right?
Right.
Yeah, so it's LS swapped.
and it runs out real good.
And it's
So,
got a nice patina paint job bullshit.
Right.
Yeah.
He'll get it.
Yeah.
He'll eventually get it. He'll sit on it for a while, but he'll eventually get it.
Fucking, it's so dumb, dude. It's like, I'm like, man, if I could travel only by one wheel and or fucking motorcycle, I could sell my truck, pay it off, and have money left over after driving it for 2 years.
Sarah says, well, since you bought this, are you going to still sell the van? Like, well, where am I going to get money to build the son of a bitch if I don't sell the van?
Have you had any real interest? You've had a little bit, but is it still there?
Just a little bit.
Yeah. So I got Kevin's Dart listed.
There's a couple cheaper ones, and so what's going to happen is the cheaper ones will go first. So one guy from Kansas City that I thought was going to be a buyer, he goes, well, I'm looking at another one. It's cheaper. And he goes, I'm just going to tell you right straight up. He said, and it's cheaper. And I go, okay. And so he bought it.
Yeah.
He sent me a message yesterday. He goes, man, I think I should have just bought yours. Yeah? Yeah, you think?
Right.
Because it's not running right. The one he bought was diesel.
Oh, shit.
Which most of them over here are diesel.
Okay.
Most of them are diesel 4-wheel drive. That's what people are buying.
Right.
And he goes, it's diesel. It's a 2-wheel drive one. But he goes, it's not running right. It's not. And I go, yeah, good luck. Good luck getting parts.
Right.
Because the Nissan didn't send that diesel over here. Whatever diesel's in them, I don't know which one it is. But I've seen enough of the groups.
It's like 3.0 or probably.
It's a 2-something.
Is it really?
I've seen enough of the groups to know that they did not send that that diesel's not over here. You have to source parts from over there.
Jesus.
Or from Sri Lanka, or from, wherever else they sent them.
Right.
I think they sent some to South America.
I was going to say probably in Africa too.
Yeah, but that's where you got to source parts from.
No shit.
And all that shit, they don't have. What do I want to say? It's not like Cuba where they can't get it at all.
Right.
But it's like places where it's really expensive to get it, so they're not fixed right.
Right.
So you're getting parts from something that was cobbed together to stay on the road to begin with. You've seen them places from India. You've seen them commercials where them guys are in their bare feet building parts.
Yeah.
And they do a good job.
Right.
Don't get me wrong.
And
but
it works for that month or 2 months or 3 months or whatever, and then they do it again.
You watch a guy with his bare feet rebuilding the battery.
Well, yeah, no. That sucks.
So it's like that's the VG30. That's why I make it a point to tell them that.
Right.
The VG. That's why I bought that one, because it was important. That's why I didn't buy I could have bought an Acti.
Yeah.
I could have bought an Acti cheaper.
Right.
But where am I going to get parts for a 3-cylinder at? A Honda 3-cylinder.
So a friend of mine just bought a hearse from Japan, a Japanese hearse, and he it's fucking hideous. You'll probably like it. Hold on, I'll pull up pictures of it.
So where are you going to get a where are you getting parts for at? Even if you buy the Honda, which is probably the most popular one, the Acti, where are you getting parts for that at?
Right.
You're paying out the nose for parts, whereas you can go to the parts store and buy anything that this van needs. You can go to the parts store and buy it. That's I know what that is. That's a
Toyota Century hearse.
Yeah, I knew it was a Toyota. So they make those are. It is ugly.
It's fucking hideous, bro. He's in love with it.
They make a 2-door Royale car or some shit like that out of that.
Oh, really?
And it's well, you're not a movie guy, so you've probably never seen the movie. But they've used them in a couple of movies, gangster movies.
Okay.
Where that's what they're riding. That's what the
like you.
What do they call them?
Yakuza.
Yeah, that's what the Yakuza shows up in is a Royale.
So he's looking for a JDM casket because that's a thing. Japanese caskets, I guess, are different than American. They're probably smaller, but and then he was telling me that Savannah doesn't do Ro-Ro anymore.
Nope.
Why is that?
Savannah does do Ro-Ro, but they've made it so absolutely impossible.
Really?
To import through them because Georgia's a fucked up state. Because Georgia is now controlled. It's a blue state now. That's
no
why.
Shit, Georgia is?
So California. So the best place to get it in at right now is Texas.
Okay.
So California is the California sees the money.
Right.
Is what it is.
Right.
So they've got a car pipe. They've got a car. Which
so they have a car culture that's fucking rivals everything else.
Zero fucking sense what California's doing though. So California, you can still get them. But you can't make them legal out there. You can import them into California, but you can't make them legal. You can't own them. Can't put them on the road. Can't own them.
No shit.
Yep.
Because I saw like one import that was California titled, and that was like the headline. Because he's marketing it to Californians. I think it was like on bag shit or something like that. And, but California's always been the strictest state when it comes to all car mods. So like, you couldn't buy an AEM air filter, like a cold air intake, if you lived in California. Like you couldn't even get it shipped to you.
I probably didn't tell you about this offer.
Oh.
This is a buddy of mine. This is my buddy.
For the van? For the van?
Yeah. Full done. Full done. Beautiful car. Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, that's so fucking sick.
Absolutely beautiful. Beautiful.
I mean,
done right. Done 100%. He owns a custom shop out there.
Right.
Done. I mean, you can see what's in the background.
Yeah.
Bed dancer, mini truck. Just beautiful, beautiful. And he goes, fuck, I can't own it. He's in California.
Just leave it titled in Illinois.
That's what I told him.
Yeah, just leave it registered to you.
I was like, dude, we just leave it here. This is another one he owns.
Oh.
I go, dude, we'll just leave it here. And he goes, well, it only works if we're family. And I go, well, look, check this out, cousin.
Right, right.
Brother, what do you want me to be? You got a guy.
Right. How sad is that we're registering?
I don't think that's history. Yeah, that we're
Illinois is.
We're bailing out.
Right, Cali.
I go, dude, I'll just send you the tag. I go, what's going to happen, dude? I sent it out there for you to work on.
Right.
I said, when they call me, I'll be like, well, he's not supposed to be driving it. I'm going to call and chew him out. And I'll act mad that you're out driving it.
Right.
And I said, so you have to take it off the road for a couple of weeks. You have to put it up for a little while and drive one of your other cool-ass toys.
Right.
This guy, was it this guy? I think this guy is the one that had, I think it was him. He had the 67 Impala blue that was in Weird Al Yankovic's White and Nerdy video.
Yeah.
I think it's this guy. I'm pretty sure it's him.
I do like the 67 Impalas. Good looking cars.
Yeah, real good looking cars. The Caprices are fairly cheap right now, and they look the exact fucking same.
What man, that's probably pretty close to same value.
If not more.
Yeah.
Yeah. If not more.
I mean, you wouldn't get it here, as
no,
well. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's what I was telling him. I was like, I mean, it's cool.
That'd be
I would trade you, but I would have you immediately list it for sale out there.
Right. Right.
So I can get, money out of it.
Because it'd be silly to you wouldn't get it here. Period.
Right.
Nobody.
No, I wouldn't get anything for it here.
It might go in Florida, or it might go in Cali.
Right.
Or maybe like San Antonio.
Right.
San Antonio's got a decent lowrider scene.
Where's his other truck? But he's got a bunch of Toyotas, and he's got a bunch of them. There's one of them.
Oh yeah. Dude,
so those are his vehicles.
Nice.
So
is this shop pretty busy? Is like lowrider shit still, or does he do everything?
He says it's died off real bad.
Really?
Yeah, it's died off real bad.
Is that because of all the Cali restrictions, like on
the California restrictions, the economy? Yep.
Yeah.
Wow. He goes, dude. He says it's more ridiculous out here than you think it is.
Oh, I bet it.
He goes. You see it. You see them bitching about the muffler tickets and stuff all the time. They're getting pulled over. He goes, dude, they'll take your car.
Yeah.
They'll just straight take your car off the side of the road. They've got decibel meters, and if your car don't match decibel meters, they'll take it off the road.
Yeah.
They'll take it straight from you and impound it. And you have to fix it to get it back.
Yeah.
And he goes, now figure that out.
Right.
They've got it. You have to fix it to get it back.
Well, the one thing you had to tow it to the dealership to get the on the not scat packs, but the fastest fucking Challenger shit. Whatever those are.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
so
they can untune it.
Yeah, you have to tow it to the fucking dealership, have them take that fucking mode out, and then tow it back. And then once they see it's fucking out, then you can get your car back.
Yep.
Fuck you. Talk about a communistic fucking state, bro. Jesus. And for what? Like, what is the point of all that?
Right. Right. So that you can take it back and have it. The dealership's the one making all the money.
Oh yeah.
So that you can once you get it back, so that you can take it back and have it put back on.
And the fucking record. Yeah. I mean, what do you think you're gonna do? You're gonna drive it out of there straight back to the dealership, fucking. But I wonder if the dealership can legally put it back on. I bet they can't. I bet you got to go out of fucking country or out of state to fucking do it. Yeah. What a fucking shithole. Such a paradise fucking weather.
And knowing full well that that's where your car culture is.
Right. Yeah, they don't. It's gotten too much.
Super Show's coming to Louisville next year. Lowrider Super Show.
Oh, really?
Coming to Louisville next year.
It's going to be pretty big.
Yep. I told Sarah, I go, you mark this down because we're going. I've never been to one. We're going.
Oh, okay.
So, I've always wanted to go to Chicago's, but they say Chicago's is a pain in the ass.
I'm sure it's fucking crammed.
So, right. They say Chicago's. And I've been to huge car shows in Louisville. Or like Carl Casper's is a big fucking show in Louisville. And it's not that bad to get in and out of. So
cool.
So,
That's pretty. So next year's Louisville.
April 24th and 25th, I think. Right down in there somewhere.
Still fucking cold.
Right down in there somewhere. It's inside.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's in. I think it's going to be in there where Carl Casper's was.
So is it like hop competitions, dance competitions, shit like that too? Like,
yeah.
That's pretty dope.
This idiot.
What?
Do you still have that Jeep? Yes, because I lost the title. Do you have a title?
He only read the headlines.
Fuck. I replied that to him. Fuck.
I had a guy come down and look at the dart for Kevin. And so I know Kevin's minimum, right? So this guy's like fucking $2,000 under, like 2,500 under minimum. I said, no, I can't do that, you know. And then so we parted ways. Everything was cool. And then
So I'm just going to say it.
Yeah.
Because of what it is and the year it is, Kevin wants too much for that car.
Well, do you think all the cars are too much right now?
Well, that's true.
Right.
But that's not a sought after year.
No. But the only thing what's crazy is, you know why this deal fucking busted? They turned it into a key start. I guess OG, it was a push button start. Like the original Dash had a push button start on that model that year. And the guy, this guy was a Dodge nerd, right?
Right.
So he climbed all underneath of it. It's a true rust-free fucking. It's actually super.
Because it's a key start.
Key start.
I bet some of them wore key starts.
I don't know. Supposedly that year, like all the darts, like 2-door, 4-door, everything. And that car is a little bit rare. If you're a Dodge nerd, if you're a dart nerd, because that's definitely a thing, right?
Right.
So that car is actually somewhat rare. So because it's the post in it is fucking different, like it's
really,
yeah.
Well, see, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I just know that body style
is ugly as fuck, bro.
It's ugly, and everybody hated them.
So I had a guy up.
So well knew.
I had a guy 6 hours away. I talked to him for about an hour on the phone, and he's like, Mike, I've had so many Chevys. He goes, I drove fucking 6 hours to look at this car. This guy said it was rust free, and I said, no, I'll send you underneath photos, bro. And so I do, and I talked to him again, and he goes, I saw this thing on Marketplace, and he goes, I passed by. He's like, fuck, that's ugly. He goes, and it showed up again. And I'm like, oh, let me look at it. He goes, it's kind of growing on me. And I go, I'm going to tell you, it took probably a year for me not to think this car was ugly. It's actually, it's unique. It looks different. I go, it's different than the Novas. It's different than everything that you see at a car show. And so he was kind of on, and he sent me a message. He goes, I just don't know if I can pull the trigger on something. And it wasn't
that you don't really like.
Yeah, you don't like it, but you just like that it's different, And he goes, so, but like dollar wise, he goes, we were sitting there, talking. He goes, I think it's a pretty fair price if it's as rust free as you say. I go, let me show you something, So I sent him the underneath pictures. It's legit. Like you can dine off that.
Yeah,
motherfucker.
it's a nice car.
Yeah. And so he's like, but he goes, I just don't know if I want to own that. It's weird because he's like, I want it because it's different. I don't see him. But then it's on the same note, I still don't like it. It's still an ugly car. And I go, oh, I know. Trust me. It's right here with me. It is an ugly car.
It's the ugly that makes it
desirable. Some way desirable because it is so different. The front's not bad. The back's not bad. But the whole car is. Like I can see where the front, the whole car
it's
together.
Like they took the front end off something else and just slapped it on that.
Yeah,
and we're like, that'll fucking work.
Yeah, no, and it's probably what they did.
It doesn't work.
No, yeah, it looks off. It's anybody, if anybody wants to look it up, it's a '64 Dodge Dart 2-door. They're just not. There's nothing that you can do to make them look cooler.
They weren't desirable.
They weren't then, and they're. Not so much now. It's just that weird Dodge Dart community. Like, that's the motherfuckers that are interested.
The cool-looking ones were the flat ones.
Yeah.
That I think came after it.
Yeah.
They were just flat.
Yeah,
basically.
like later 60s. Yep, later 60s, early 70s. Yeah. I remember when...
and the Cornettes.
Yeah.
The Cornettes were nice-looking cars, too.
I remember when Dodge announced that they're going to bring back the Dart, and I got real excited, right? Because Dodge was always doing cool shit. And they came out with this front-wheel drive fucking piece of shit Chevette remake motherfucker. And I'm like, oh, Dodge. And then they made up for it with the fucking Challenger and the Charger and stuff like that.
And the minivan with the Hellcat engine in it.
That's not what in production, but it should be.
I think there's one that is production.
No.
I think there's a production one.
So my when I built that Ford Focus, right, they put that V6 in it.
Right.
They also did another one with a V8, made it rear-wheel drive.
Right.
These were actually built by Ford, like
Right.
to some extent. Ford pays for it, right?
Right.
So it's to show the community what can be done.
They're not built by Ford. They're built by. They're like
They're paid for.
They're like Hennessy Cadillac.
Yeah. So like the guy that built my engine was out in Cali.
Right. It's built. They're built by coach companies.
Yes.
For Ford.
Yeah, for Ford, just to show the aftermarket community what's. So look at how that's died off. You know, look at SEMA. What's SEMA now? SEMA's just Bluetooth parts and wet paint, bro. It's not what it used to be, where we showed. Yeah, like it was supposed to be inspirational.
Car products.
Yeah, dude. It's fucking, truck nuts that sparkle, or whatever the fuck. I mean, it's it's cool that your trailer hitch goes down, 6 foot, because your truck's so stupid fucking tall. But none of it runs. None of it works. Like back then, you'd build some shit that fucking worked because we drove it that night. We'd take these cars out on the street in Vegas that night.
Right.
So, it's just, it's a different fucking world in cars now. It's not about running. It's about fucking looking. I was behind a squatted truck the other day where the reverse lights never went off. Like, not only can you not lift
Was
your
it the white one?
No, it's like a charcoal. We raced, though. Yeah, we raced down. I fucking went by the Pie Birds, bunch of fucking G-body, or not G-body, but F-body dudes.
Sunday?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, not this.
There was a big car show down there Sunday.
Well, it's fucking fall on the River Road.
There was a huge car show down there. So the last year when this car show was there, that's when that Corvette got totaled.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, smoked the curb.
Yeah, so that's that car show. It was down there.
Okay.
So
I saw a bunch of fucking Mustangs heading that way.
When we were coming out of Eckert's through Grafton again,
yeah,
they were all like some of them had made their way up in the Grafton to eat, I guess.
Right.
And there were people everywhere taking pictures of them coming through.
Right.
And my van got like four pictures taken.
Oh, nice.
Coming through.
Yeah.
So, and it's like, I'm not even part of the show. This motherfucker dirty as hell.
Yeah. Yeah. No, they. No, it was. I was doing the Grafton event. Is what it was. What was I doing? Oh, their Harvest Fest. I think it was on a Sunday. But I'm just coming back. I truck's full of cigars, table, all my shit, and I'm coming back down. I think it was a Sunday. And so, anyway, I'm driving down the River Road to, dump, unload this stuff. And this fucking squatted, there's only like 2 or 3 around here.
There's a white one.
Yeah.
The white one's the only one I've ever seen.
So this one wasn't, I don't think it was white. I don't know. But it was fucking squatted down. It had aftermarket taillights that he wired wrong. So when he hit the brakes, the reverse lights got brighter, but they were always on, right?
Right.
So he wanted to play a little bit. I really wasn't feeling it. I was like a bottle and a half down, probably a couple whiskeys. Like not normally my race fucking mode.
Right.
So so finally I got sick of his fucking headlights because his headlights are in my fucking. So I just fucking dump it, and we go past the Pie Bird, that parking lot, and I mean I'm doing 100 miles an hour, right there. Well, everybody, so they could hear it. This dude's running. He's trying to catch me. I'm like, bro, you can't even wire your taillights right. Like, what? I know, and you can't lower your truck or raise your truck right. There's
catching all the draft.
Right. You literally did not build a race truck at all. And so I come flying through, and these dudes are like fucking clapping, and I look over, because I'm trying to, because that's right when the road starts turning, it's supposed to slow down. Train tracks are there. I know the train tracks heading into Alton are a hell of a lot smoother than the ones going out. So I come flying through there at a fucking 100, man, because the truck doesn't go past 100, and neither does his. Right. I don't care what he's got done. Yeah, like that sale's gonna hold him back, So yeah, it was kind of fun. Like everybody was cheering.
So that white one in Bethalto that I see all the time is actually pretty clean.
Is it?
It's a clean truck.
Yeah,
Such a shame that
I don't know why. Why do you squat it? Like it never looks good. Like
I don't.
What's the fucking point?
It does not look good. But the truck itself
is nice.
Is clean.
Yeah.
Like if he leveled it,
if he would just lift the ass
truck,
up, right?
Be a real nice truck.
I just don't understand why it's got to look like you're fucking hauling concrete around all the fucking time.
It's clean. It's a clean truck, and he keeps up on it pretty good.
Nice. So. He's doing better than I am.
But the underneath is pretty clean too.
Well, you can see right there.
At least half of it, at least. So.
You'd think there'd be like dead bugs and shit in there from driving.
Right.
Fucking squatted trucks.
Right. Catching birds.
Was that Whistling Diesel? I appreciate him for just smashing them all the time.
Oh, fuck.
I mean,
catching fucking birds.
Yeah. You just can't, dude. I crest a hill. I get mad. I can't see when I'm cresting a hill to make a left.
Right.
And it's like That's your whole. That's every day for you. You can't see where the fuck you're going.
No, I'll have to wait for that guy from Oregon or Washington or something to want, because that's where all these vans are going. It's Oregon and Washington and places like that. They're not. That's where they're all at. So
do you
I'll
have
to wait for that guy to see it.
How do you get it out there?
I don't.
Like not physically, but like how do you get the?
I don't know.
Is there like a JDM like fucking?
So
van?
I've got it on everywhere that it'll let me post it. I've got
that
cool cars.
Yeah.
Oh, that pissed me off. That pissed me. So they deleted it, right? They got posted and then it got deleted. So I'm like, okay, fine. But I'm scrolling through anyway because, there's a couple and then I see like a 90s Sunbird. And I'm like, that's a cool car, but mine ain't. And then I scroll down and I see an Oldsmobile, and I like these cars. The 90s two-door bubbled Oldsmobile convertibles. They had the
roll bar.
They had the
roll bar.
Yeah, the fake roll bar.
Yeah.
I like those cars. I've always liked those cars.
Right.
I don't know why. It's just they're good looking cars, if you want my opinion. And I see one of them under a fucking carport with a bunch of shit all over it, and I'm like, that's a cool car.
So did you send the admin a message?
I almost did. So
why would they delete?
You fucking what the fuck?
Did you not follow the rules?
No, I followed the rules. I looked and see what they wanted. I looked at a bunch of other ads before I posted.
Right.
I followed the rules. Nope, they won't let me post it. It's like that lowrider group that I tried to post it in. That's got the big one.
Yeah.
So I know why that guy won't let me post because he remembers. He's an admin on another and so I'm friends with a bunch of guys that came from that forum back in the day, the off topic guys, right? And they were in this group, and they were all getting it. So someone invited me,
right? And
I joined so that I can go, so we can all bullshit, and make fun of each other again.
Yeah.
And he started deleting shit, right?
Right.
And so I think it was Latin. It sent me a message, and he goes, "You know who that is, right? Who that admin is?" And it was one of the butthurt guys from back in the day. And I was like, "Oh, you think he knows?" And he goes, when you open your page, it says Rev Chuck." Yeah. And he goes, "So yeah, he probably knows."
Yeah.
So he's the admin of this one too.
The cool cars one.
Of the lowrider one. Oh. So I'm like, well, so he's not going to let me post.
But is there any I
understand.
I'm sure there's got to be JDM fucking. Import pages and
shit
like
so
that.
I'm on them.
Yeah.
I posted on all of them. They're just not busy, though.
Yeah. Well, there's not a lot of fucking, true imports.
Right. And then there's one guy that's got K Marketplace, right? This guy.
Okay.
This fucking guy. He's got a group to sell, so you can sell your K cars and your K trucks.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Except he fucking deletes everything that isn't his. You're not allowed to sell yours. It's for him to sell his.
No shit. Is he an importer?
Yep.
Yeah. What a fucking piece of shit.
I told him that.
Yeah.
Him, I did send a message.
Yeah.
Because it's for that's technically a K van.
Yeah.
So I sent him a message and I go, "So what's the fucking problem? Only you can sell your shit." I just fucking went off on him.
Yeah.
And I go, "And you're not even selling shit. It's not even your shit." He's doing what most of them do.
Yeah,
so most
advertising
of these guys,
Japanese shit for sale.
Most of these guys build websites.
Right.
And they build these little groups.
Right.
And then they list auctions. This is coming, this is at auction. And they try to get you to buy it at their price.
Yeah.
So that they can take your money and go play on the auction with
Sure, absolutely.
with your money, not with their money.
Right, makes sense.
I mean, and he knows it good enough that he knows that, this certain dollar, this certain dollar will make sure I get this, so I'm going to get it.
Right.
But he's making money off something that he don't even fucking own, that isn't in this country.
Right.
He doesn't even know if it's going to go on Roro.
Right.
He doesn't even know because Roro's stringent.
Yeah.
If it's leaking, it won't go on Roro.
Right,
if it's, you know what I mean? So he's basically gambling with your money. Is what he's doing.
That's so fucking crazy.
So,
yeah, just a dick beater.
But there's a lot of them out there like that. I guess they're making money. I don't know. So, the only importer I actually know of that has the cars is Bespoke, and they're out of New York, and I think they've got one out here somewhere up north, somewhere Wisconsin or Michigan or something. And that's Bespoke, and he's got inventory.
Right.
So these other guys, they don't even have inventory.
No.
They're not.
What's
they're
funny
not
is
here.
that if you find something that you fall in love with, right, and you go to fucking buy it, you're 10, 12 weeks out after everything's done. Because if it doesn't go row, it's got to be fucking fixed to go row. Otherwise, you got to pay them even more.
Right.
And it's
Or
gonna,
to go cargo.
Yeah, so that
Right.
fucking dollar amount's going to go up because
Right.
you fell in love. You got your emotions
Right.
attached. Yeah,
Right.
and he knows that, and it's
Right.
no sweat off his back. He's
Yep.
taking his
Nope.
commission.
He doesn't care.
Yeah,
He's made his commission.
Yeah.
Even if the auction falls through, he's made his commission because he tried.
that's fucking
Even
horseshit.
if the auction falls through.
That's
Right.
fucking horseshit.
Right.
That's like paying to go to Hilltop. Like, here's
Right.
$500, buy me something at Hilltop. Sorry, I couldn't, but here's $450 back.
Right. Because I went to Hilltop.
Yeah, I tried.
So when I was telling people I could do it, I was using fixed price cars.
Right.
Like they cost more, but
Yeah,
you
but-
get more pictures. You get a better idea of what you're getting.
Well,
It's coming
and
from a dealership.
and there's no secret dollars coming up afterwards.
Right.
That's the thing.
Right.
You're not bait and switching.
Right.
You know, like, here, this is what this cost.
Right.
Now here's shipping, and then for the foreseeable future, this is what it'll be. You know, and it's going to fluctuate. 5% on shipping depending on what port.
I like because I've had a couple of people ask me how much, right?
Yeah.
And then they go, "Ooh, really?" And I go, "Yeah." I go, "Where are you going to get another one?"
Right.
"Oh, well, you can probably import." And I go, "Can you?" I said, "Okay." I said, "I'll import you one. $1,500 is my fee,
Right.
and then you got to pay for that, and then you got to pay for the shipping, and then you got to pay for broker on this side
Right.
when it comes in." I said, "The fee you're giving me is just for me to contact that broker on that side and do all the workaround with you and
Right.
do all the negotiation shit with
Right.
them for you." I said, I said, "I've got a guy over there. I've got, you know what I mean?"
Right.
And I said, you got it, and then you've got all this, and then you've got the fee to get it in here, and then you've got all the extra fees that nobody tells you about that don't come up until the very end.
Yep.
Steamship fees, port fees, this fee, that fee, tax
Fuck,
fee.
we gave
that
the
fee,
we
this
gave the
fee.
chaperone fucking $20.
The $100 for a chaperone.
Yeah.
I said, then you got all these fees, and I go, so guess where you're at? You're
Same
at
price.
You're at 15 grand for something you've never laid eyes on.
Right.
You've never laid eyes on. So you're staring at this one.
Right. You could drive this one.
Right.
You could drive this
I'll
one
take
right
you
now.
around the block.
Right.
Right. And I've done the timing belts on it.
Yep.
And I've done the water pump on it. It's got a new alternator, a new battery, new fuel injectors, new upper intake gaskets, new tires.
Right.
I've got 2 tires at my house that go with the rims. In case you have a blowout, you could get another. You don't have to hunt for a tire. It's the exact same brand and everything. I said, it's been lowered already. I said, so yeah, you go pay 15 grand for something you can't lay your eyes on.
And you won't
Anyway.
see. And you won't see for 8 weeks.
Yeah, and you won't probably longer.
Right.
You won't
Well,
see.
it depends
for,
on the
for
port
2,
on that
3
side,
months.
too.
Right.
Because you're snuck in right before the real big delay.
Right, and now you've got to go all the way to Texas or California.
Right.
Now you got to drive 16, 20 hours instead of 12,
Right.
or pay 16, 20 hours somebody to ship it that mileage
Right.
instead of from Savannah.
Right. Which is going to be another fucking $2,000. You're 1,500 hours to come from Texas to here, and that's probably even on
Yeah.
a hot shot.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it doesn't.
So
And that's the thing. Like, there's going to be that guy. That fucking. I should park it down. You should park it down at the cigar shop. That's some shit like John Simmons would buy just because it's unique.
I would, but I really don't have a car anymore.
Oh yeah, right. There's that. Well, this thing runs, right? The Grand Prix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it actually runs. It runs decent. It's cold natured as fuck.
Well, sure.
But
Yeah.
it's carbureted, and if the carburetor probably needs, he gave me a rebuild kit for the carburetor.
Right,
And I'm
so-
not rebuilding that fucking 2-barrel piece of shit carburetor.
Fuck. It'd take you 20 minutes to fucking do it.
I'm not doing it. I'm not going to do it. Like I said, it's.
You already got the kit, which
Yep.
is what, gaskets.
It takes me what? It takes me 20 minutes, a half an hour, maybe an hour tops,
Right.
to rebuild it.
Right.
In an hour, I can have that motor out.
Yeah,
that
but
motor out in an hour.
yeah, but you still have to have a different transmission, which you have.
I have. So
Is
I
it
got to rebuild it.
Was that column shift or floor?
It's column.
Column shift.
But that should have a 200R in it, which was the predecessor to the 700R.
Okay.
So it should all go right on the 700R. The drive shaft spine should be the same. I shouldn't have to fuck with none of it. I should be able to stab it in there, hook my linkage up, plug my drive shaft in, start it, and go down the fucking road. I shouldn't have to fuck with nothing.
Yeah, and it's only 3 wires for an LS swap anyway.
Right. 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 I thought about that too. I had to drive the truck home yesterday.
Yeah, I
took the seats out.
Right.
And I was driving the truck home, and I thought,
Well, it's fucking
this
LS.
would go right in there.
Yep.
And then I thought, yeah, like I want to fucking do that again.
You would have to rebuild that engine probably.
Like I want to fucking do that again.
Right. Fucking LS.
No, the engine runs good.
Engine does run good.
The engine runs great, but I'm still fuck. I still have to rebuild one of my transmissions.
Right.
And then I got to buy all this shit to adapt it to my transmission.
Yep.
And I got to buy all this shit to adapt it to the car.
And guess what? That 350 will run just fine.
Right, and that 350 will do what I want it to do.
And if you break down on the side of the road, you can fix it with fucking baling wire and some fucking, some fucking JB Weld, to get you home, because it's a fucking 350. You have very few wiring.
3 wires making all that.
Well, yeah, that's true. You only need 3 wires in LS.
Fucking nonsense. Never want to. I'd never want to do that again. Never, never.
Kevin's talking about pulling that LS out of his Buick Chevy State Line, and then just throwing a 350 and 350 turbo. He's got that green car.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then just pulling that LS out.
Why? It runs.
He wants to put it in the Colorado. That's why he bought that Colorado, was to LS swap it. He's fucking just as dumb as we are.
Right.
So
just as dumb as I am.
Yeah, you are.
Except Kevin's got money to back it up.
Yeah, I mean, to a point. I mean, but his buddy came up from Texas. He's got basically the same truck. I don't know if Kevin's extended cab or not. But
the Colorado?
Yeah, Colorado. Is it extended cab? His buddy came up with
I don't remember.
He trailered up his Colorado standard cab, short bed or regular bed, whatever.
Why'd he trailer it?
Because it's LS swapped, right? No AC. It was summertime, so he dragged it up here. The guy's running. It's a 6.0 LS aluminum. The interior stock as fuck. The exterior stock as fuck. Stock wheels. Stock, like, not even cool wheels, like, extremes.
Right.
It's the stock rear end from the 4-cylinder. It does nothing but just spin the fucking tires. But that rear end's holding because it's not gripping.
Right.
Yeah, it's just spinning.
Right.
Yeah, so
why wouldn't it hold? There's nothing not to hold.
He's running like the stickiest tires. He like drag radials, right? So he's still running a radial tire, but it is like a 5.5R. It's a fucking sticky compound. But it just burns them off because it's a fucking light truck with probably 400 or 500 horsepower to the rear.
Right.
And it's just fucking burning them off. Like second, third, like fucking third gear is just roasting tires still. Like, doesn't matter.
His ETs are still high.
Yeah, he's still a 17-second truck.
Right.
Because it takes him fucking 60 foot's probably a fucking, that's probably 3, 4, 5 seconds on the 60 foot because you can't hook. But if you hook that thing, you're going to fucking just destroy a 4-cylinder, the stock rear end from a 4-cylinder.
Probably going to destroy the whole truck.
Well, it
if
could.
He's not done anything else to it.
So he just mobs around in it, just fucking.
So that's the only thing I would do. So Ronnie's got that 350, and we've already half-ass worked it out.
Right.
So that's the only, but if I bought it, I want to put a cam in it because I want that.
Oh yeah.
I don't want a bad one. I just want that sound.
Yeah. You want a lobe for sure.
Right.
Yeah. But then it's like, I mean, what's cool about the G bodies is you can go lowrider, you can go muscle car, and they fucking hold up either way.
Right.
And you can go classic, and it still holds up.
Right.
Like you can make it fucking pristine OG.
Yeah. I'll go lowrider with a decent cammed engine in it, so it sounds good. And I want a lowrider. I just want one. I want another one real bad, and I want a nice one this time. So
You doing juice?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Fuck a bag.
Yeah, I wouldn't bag that car anyway.
No. Well, you would hear that compressor fucking all the time.
Right.
Well,
that's got enough room on it. I could stick a York on it.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing that kills the 350 idea for me. Of course, it's got the right compressor on it to adapt over. The AC compressor on it.
Oh, right.
And right now, I don't know if the AC works or not right now anyway. So.
Well, dude, that should be easy to make work.
Right. Shouldn't be that hard.
No. All right. So, well, we knocked out about 2 hours.
Yeah, it's 2 hours.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Well, thanks for coming to Unrolled Car Talk.
Yep. Right.
We need Drew here for his conspiracies.
Maybe Drew will be back next week.
Hopefully.
Whatever.
It's all good.
Whatever.
What do I have? I got instant. I got a message. Fuck. All right. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe. What is this, 98? 2 more episodes.
98.
2 more episodes. Chuck's gonna get high for the first time in a long time.
Just spend 2 hours talking me down. Probably,
Yeah.
so.
We got a little, got a little thingy right in here, so we're all good.
Right.
But next week, hopefully, we have Drew back on the table. Maybe a guest too. I don't know. I should have just grabbed it. Dude, hold on. You know, true unrolled fashion. We say goodbye, and then I want to tell you a quick story. So I was getting coffee this morning, and there's dudes sleeping in the coffee shop, right? Just sleeping. And I'm not, even though I stay in the hood, like I don't converse a lot in the hood, so I don't understand a lot of the dialect, right, from the hood. And so there's a couple hood dudes, they looked like they're more like mentally ill.
Why were they sleeping in the coffee shop?
Yeah, like just a table, like just like passed out, like a rough night at work,
Better coffee.
Well, so bad advertising, right? So like one of the guys at the coffee shop's like, "Hey, bro, you gotta stay awake here. You're making it look like our coffee doesn't work. You gotta stay awake." The other guy, I was sitting on the couch. I was going through my phone. I was sitting on the couch drinking coffee. The other guy comes and sits by me, right? Like not by me on the same couch, but right across from me. So I'm on my phone. I don't really care. I'm drinking. I look up. This dude's sleeping. Out of the 3 people in the coffee house, I'm the only one awake. I'm also the only one who's paid money to get a coffee.
Right.
So therefore, I guess somewhat of advertising, right?
Why do they let them come in there and
They normally don't. So this isn't that coffee house. It's a different, like the one I always go to. The other one I don't like. That's why I film people nodding out in front. Right. So anyway, so they were trying to stay there. Like I think they're homeless or whatever, and everybody, they're all young kids, so they're all being really nice, So it's 8 in the morning. It's maybe 8:15 by now. So I'm a couple of espresso shots down. So I stand up and I go, "Hey, you get up, follow him out the door. You're gonna go to Albee Street. You're gonna go to 6th Street Salvation Army. Go there." Because they were that kind of, they just needed some help of some kind, and you're not going to get it right here. And now you're just frustrating me because I had to listen to the same guy ask you politely. So the guy goes, and the only thing he's like, "Man," like trying to get tough with me. Dude, I stood up so quick, man. Like, I don't even know. Like, I think I like sprung up. Like, I didn't even touch anything. I just like landed on my feet and I was like, "Motherfucker, what?" And so they walk. So I'm like pointing now, right? Because nobody else is in there, so I can be an asshole.
Right.
So I get them to walk out the door, and then I'm like, "Man, my fucking truck's there," and that's the only truck there because I'm the only motherfucker here that has a car,
Right.
So, so the guy come back in, and I go, "Are they still standing out there?" Because I'm like, might have to duke this out. And he goes, "Bro, they went out and then like legit ran like a marathon, like just full on." Not mentally there, like just young kid like running, but they're grown ass men, dude. I'm like, it was just so funny. Like that's how I started my day today, was like yelling at people to, because it's like they're just there, like they're asking for free shit, just being they don't know anything else, they're just haven't been taught anything else.
Everybody's worried about these migrants, and I'm like, I'm not worried about these migrants. I might have something coming up. So.
No, yeah, right, yeah. Hey, yo,
I need some of them migrants.
Yo, grab me 20.
Right.
You got 20 of them migrants? You just send me 20 migrants.
Right.
What's the name of your company? Migrants.
Right.
That's how they know where to go. Now these guys wouldn't. They couldn't work anywhere. I mean, it was. I think it was mental illness, probably a severe lack of education. But they understood my body language real quick and then ran.
Well, that's because they understand body language.
Right, yeah. So, yeah, that's how I started my Tuesday morning. So, now I got to go do my other shits. All right, thanks for watching. Thanks for sticking it through. We'll have somebody pretty on next week, hopefully.
Probably not.
Yes,
Maybe.
we will.